We have the Canadian player, Eldritch Snail, on the Giovanna, as usual. Able to do a couple of runs here and there, right? Seeing some middle-of-the-pack performances with other TNS events as of late, so this should be a pretty fun first game for ourselves, y'all. Welcome to TNS Mondays. It is a fantastic time to be here playing some Guilty Gear Strive. We got lots of heavy hitters in this bracket. Just in this pool alone, we got like SQ. I see Aoi Kiefer. I see Lurry, Cheryo. Good God, this bracket is stacked to high heaven. Now let's see if we're going to hell with it.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of interaction going on early on in this matchup, but we lose it early. The burst comes out trying to keep KingKoa on the back foot. The uninstall with the knockdown, allowing them to get this offense started, and the crush. They get the counter hit. Unfortunate drop on the Reka series. Now KingKoa has the corner.
Yep, and then we're going to take the plus frames right here. We finally get the dash in throw. Koa going to take those plus frames with the Shave.
Close slash from Giovanna, ever the scary normal, and the dash DP returning to success in this recent patch, allowing Eldritch Snail to put on this offense and really wasting all this jealousy from KingKoa.
Yeah, but we do get the knockdown. A little bit of jealousy is back. We YRC before the mix can be applied. A trade does let KingKoa keep the offense going. Get crossed up Eldritch Snail. Too slow for that block. And it's going to be round one over to the King. The Snail is Eldritch style. See, I got the names back here for 2 seconds. I say it, did I say it?
Oh, great usage coming down with that JH. We're going to be able to get the knock through, keeping our jealous rage meter healthy. We're going in. Oh, that's what a clean pickup. That JS, so big.
And KingKoa full tension gauge right here, going to actually take advantage of the fact that we had that full gauge, get one last little hit in there, PRC to do just a little bit more damage before we go into the super, and that does secure the kill on Eldritch Snail, a perfect no less.
I swear, the animations on A.B.A are so great. Everything about A.B.A is amazing. I was talking about this at my local. We had some of us on stream putting on the Symphony too.
Ooh, but right now, Eldritch Snail going to be putting on the sweet, sweet music of getting counter hit as KingKoa jumps the throw attempt, has Jealous Rage, get full corner carry, maintaining offense. KingKoa's jealousy about to run out. Bust out with a super high.
That breaks the wall too. We have only a sliver of Jealous Rage coming in. We're trying to play it a little bit safe, a little tricky. There's the reversal once more, and the kill with it too. Despite the added damage you get, you don't need it. Down on that sliver, you don't have the extra on top. KingKoa able to get that first game with a bit of cheeky reversal super going on.
That's pretty savage. Not only did you do it twice, you did it like back-to-back in those situations. That's a pretty high-octane way of playing the game, KingKoa. I see that alpha-like behavior coming out of you. Now, let's go ahead and maintain course as we're going into game number 2, Dostro.
Yeah, with those double supers, if I'm Eldritch Snail, I'm thinking about that one for the rest of this set. That's the kind of danger too. Like they get the instant double reversal supers. You gotta be careful about that. When people have access to their invincible options, you've got to be wary of it. KingKoa being very liberal on the back end. Not enough resources to escape, and that's going to allow Jealous Rage to be so potent here. Going to go through the wall and get it uninstall if we want it. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do indeed. And so look at all that Jealous Rage on KingKoa's side as well. With a 50% tension gauge, we'll be able to keep ourselves safe. Catch Eldritch on the approach, and this is a very heroic burst. Let's see if you got it within you, Eldritch.
Yeah, they're spending it at the end of their life bar. KingKoa is so healthy, and A.B.A, a healthy character as well. She's like top 3, top 5 effective health in the game.
Yeah, one of the other little buffs that came out to her, along with like increases to her movement speed as well when she gets more of that tension gauge built up, kind of leaning into that identity that Arxis laid out with her before. Eldritch going to lean into the combo as well, get the super off, and KingKoa in a guess for round situation now on this hard knockdown.
Yeah, she's got some meat on her bones, but it's dwindling faster and faster. We have some extra chip damage on our normals too, because we're in the increased stake. But the hop, skip, and a jump all the way out of the corner and into Jealous Rage.
Yeah, but there we go. YRC, stop the offense.
KingKoa now. Off of me, we get the uninstall, and Eldritch Snail able to get it off the wings of that offense. KingKoa so close to a burst though. 5P check, not able to get a knockdown off of it.
All right, but now we're going to get the throw set up. Eldritch Snail. Oh, again, going in for the throws, but KingKoa has represented that fuzzy jump to escape out of the corner a couple of times now, so I want to see Snail try to slow down that throw game, wait for when they have the tension gauge to make sure they can cover themselves in case KingKoa keeps up those jumps. Oh, but you're in the blender now. Tap dust for the overhead. We're going to go ahead and get a little bit of a top off on the jealousy gauge, and now KingKoa in prime position to win this round. Ooh.
Using the BRC as a bit of a chain shift action. Big counter hit, spends the 50 burst in order to get those plus frames, but unfortunately the plus frames when we unleash the Kraken are too hard to deal with. That overhead seals it out. KingKoa now up 2-0 versus Eldritch Snail.
I mean, just a rough situation to be put into. Locked down by the super after it jumped into the air, giving KingKoa the time to approach right in there. And then, I mean, you're guessing for game right there. I don't think Eldritch Snail had any burst left available to them. They could have maybe option selected with a deflect shield, but when you're out of that resource, then, well, you just have to sometimes guess right on the coin flip.
Yeah, Eldritch Snail has been pretty liberal with their usage of Wild Assault, and in that situation with the big counter hit, KingKoa able to spend their burst in order to put them in such an incredibly advantageous situation here. But now both players on the burst. Eldritch Snail still uses it, half the Jealous Gauge. Mead hit, contest there. Now we're going to be able to go to the corner and uninstall, get some meter back.
Yeah, but look at that. We preempt the jump out as well. Bait the YRC. KingKoa playing a one-player game as Eldritch Snail looking like a training mode dummy. But let's see if you got a little more fight left in you, Snail. I know you can do it. Get me to a game of 4 situation.
Yeah, Eldritch Snail's being so patient on the round starts, giving KingKoa that space to really just play that game, neutral game, as a base level A.B.A, and being able to get these hits in puts them in a situation to get Jealous Rage and put it to such impeccable usage.
Oh, cross up as well. Counter hit from Eldritch Snail, pressing the buttons in the wrong direction. KingKoa with a full confirm. Fast red Roman cancel, gonna top off on the gauge as well, saving the last of the meter to force this potential set ending situation.
Gotta be wary. The YRC attempt becomes blue. Now Eldritch Snail in the driver's seat, but the reversal throw RC. KingKoa seals the deal. It's 3-0 and moves on in our winner's side.
Wait, we got our second Giovanna of the day. Blue, if true, WitchWay, you definitely have been exposed as a Frosty Faustings attendee and casual partner of Dostro himself. And here we are, running through these TNS pools. A fortunate back throw will catch the dash in from Screwz, and now WitchWay trying to tighten up the mix. Mad Love Agitado will force the burst out from Screwz.
Gotta ask yourself which way we block here. Oh, overhead. That's a counter hit there. And then the low, WitchWay living up to their name. Gonna be able to go through the wall with that super, the knockdown. This is where Eno is just so incredibly powerful. You get a single hit, and it can really just spiral out of control. Eno, especially in the recent patch, she's Season 3 especially, she's really upped her average damage, and the addition of the Chemical Love Drift, it makes just about every hit moving to the corner, a knockdown, a meaty 50-50. It's so hard to deal with, but Giovanna, she's got some damage to her name too. You gotta be careful against a character like Gio.
Absolutely, but before you get to have a turn on offense, you must first show that you can defend against the witchy ways of WitchWay. Now let's see how the offense is going to go. We're defending so far. We try to press a button. 2S will counter hit. We're looking for the burst, and once we stop looking for it, Screwz finally gets the opportunity, but another jump in as WitchWay comes right back in, flying on that magical guitar to close out game number 1.
Yeah, this is a bit of an odd matchup for Giovanna, because really what a lot of Eno sort of boils down to is targeted options that mean like, oh, I'm approaching in one way where you have you might have an option that covers one method of approach, but a lot of characters really don't have so many ways to deal with multiple ways of how Eno wants to get into you. And Giovanna's one of those characters where she may have an option or two that's pretty okay to just put out, but it's not going to cover like 2 out of the 3 options that Eno has. And those being your hover dash, your stroke the big tree, Mad Love Agitado, and even Sultry Performance, the air dive. Those are really the different angles that you have to understand how Ino wants to approach. And not only that, how she wants to steal a turn back.
Absolutely, yeah. You try to 6P any of those aerial options, and she slides right under it with the stroke the big tree. You're in for a world of hurt, but right now Screwz is giving the damage to WitchWay. Both sides have invested into their burst gauge. Pretty early on, the Sultry Performance, though, got WitchWay an opportunity, but Screwz finds an opportune match. That is one thing about this matchup. You gotta know when to try and gamble on a press against this character. Going for it again, and a little bit of a scramble, but WitchWay still maintaining offense as Screwz, welcome to the wall slumps.
Will we do it again?
That's insane.
Oh, and gets the Kara Super as well, able to seal it out. They had just a sliver beneath that 50 tension. WitchWay able to bring it back all the way down from such a low percentage of their health.
Quite true, but because they went for so many wall slumps earlier, that gave Screw all of their burst back, which they are able to spend to stop the momentum this time. And look at this big, juicy red damage on that blue Ino. Screwz is going to get the punish. Not able to get a bigger confirm off of those jabs. Forces the YRC out. Still, wow, that's crazy. Screwz kept pressing, but WitchWay looked at that tension gate, said, you got a full stick of butter. And now we're going to go in, have a safe jump, RC. The low, what a beautiful little follow-up right there from Screwz, catching WitchWay unawares and forcing us into round number 3.
Saying there, I'm putting the screws to him. Oh, bit of a burst bait coming out. No burst built, but just right after the interaction ends. Okay, stroke the big tree, being a little bit cheeky with how they approach. And now we're through the wall here. No 50 tension available, but still, that's about 35% of their life, if not more, already gone. And we're going to do it again. We have Super on deck too.
Yep. Yo, WitchWay? It would be absolutely bossy to finish this with your super command grab, but not even needed. And I love the immediate option select as well, going for the hover J slash and then into the ultimate fortissimo, right? Had Screwz blocked that, that would basically have just created a high-low mix-up guess for gain situation. And on hit, we saw that it was able to immediately kill Screwz and disable that burst so that there was no getting out of that confirm. Well done there by WitchWay. I love the deep layers that they're covering with their choices so far.
Yeah, there's a ton of layers to that too, because you OS the super on wake up, so if they do an invincible reversal, you land and you get your invincible super on the way out. Not to mention that ultimate fortissimo in the air, if they YRC the normal just before ultimate fortissimo comes out, they still get hit by ultimate fortissimo. This weird interaction that happens that doesn't occur very often, but when you do, it definitely makes you reel back in your seat. Oh my gosh, that was a hey look over there type setup.
Yeah, which way am I looking? All right, Screwz gonna get put back into this corner though. Finds a defense, checks the jab as well. I think WitchWay was trying to find a yellow Roman cancel off from Screwz, but undeterred. Oh, wake up with stroke the big tree as Screwz, I think, letting these combos drop just a little bit too soon. Holds onto the empty low. WitchWay applying the mix. Oh, that was a dirty feint on the overhead as well. Screwz under duress, but 5 people check the dash, and we're able to get the side swap with our somersault, catching WitchWay trying to tech a throw that just wasn't coming.
Yeah, that's both of our Giovanna players using our cross-up to some effectiveness on stream already. Ooh, not quite at the spacing where that's a true punish, despite having the 4-frame 5P. Ooh, counter hit, pickup, and now, unfortunate drop there, but Screwz still having the offense.
It's all good, and there it is, a quick, cheeky little PRC to get the 2-slash to connect. Oh, lucky trade from WitchWay, stopping Screwz, getting a full jump-in combo, thus WitchWay getting a full corner carry as well. Those new forward HCL routes allowing WitchWay to get the wall break, and now Screwz in a hard knockdown situation. JD will confirm. WitchWay gets forced off by the YRC. 2S there to maintain momentum. Honestly, I would not blame Screwz for going for a burst here. Instead, we find the mash. Yellow Roman cancel. Hold on to this pressure, the defense, but Screwz goes down. The JD catching the mash from Screwz as WitchWay starting to call out that pattern.
Right in with that air heavy slash. Screwz gets the burst out from WitchWay, but now we're in your face. An Ino character that definitely benefits from bursting the opponent because it allows them to get into a space where a lot of the opponent's options just don't really line up. with how Ino can approach or deal with a full screen opponent. But right now, Screwz trying to escape the corner, gets those plus frames, a bit of a shimmy, the whiff throw gets the counter hit. Screwz brings them to the corner and more plus frames on deck.
Yep. Oh, we had a big JK confirm right there, dropped by Screwz. That could have been the end of the game for themselves. Now they're backing off. I love the disengage, right? Screwz recognizing, hold on, this Ino has to, oh my God, what is this mix up? I have to stop my point. That was so slick, but now WitchWay in the driver's seat again. 50% tension gauge, empty low will catch. Screwz jumps the command throw.
Yeah, and you got to remember, it looks like Screwz has the in for them. There is a little bit of intangibility on the beginning of that Megalomania, but still getting the punish there. Screwz puts it on the board. It's 1-2 now.
1-2 indeed.
Right when you forget about it, Megalomania comes out.
I mean, we all forgot. Screwz didn't. That jump was absolutely phenomenal from them. A great read, and we've been seeing that Screwz is showing signs that they understand this Ino matchup. They're trying to make these committal reads against the way that WitchWay, is trying to run their offense, right? That's why we're seeing like those very quick little jabs coming out in some of these strings like, hey, I know that this will have gaps if you go for these certain strings, and we're seeing WitchWay trying to call those out. And now with the two players, they're having a conversation within the confines of the matchup themselves.
Yeah, it's a bit of a cheesy idea, but one of my favorite things to see is both players playing the fighting game. There's some interaction going, the counter hit allowing WitchWay, bringing them to the corner, being a little greedy, trying to bait on offense. 6P comes out, and now Screwz back in the driver's seat.
All right, full tension for Screwz, a counter hit trade. Look how fast Giovanna is. We stabilize with the blue Roman cancel. If Screwz doesn't drop this, this will be a round for them.
Making sure that nothing bad can happen. Making sure that the super can kill there. Oh, big counter hit. Okay. First comes out for Screwz, and now like an early burst in round 2 can be usually quite useful, but with all the damage that's coming in, it might not prove that Screwz gets a burst by the end of this round, and even into the third one, if they get the stick though, it's a little bit easier. Oh, so close to killing.
Yeah, WitchWay just needs to find any little hit, and yep, Soldier Performance comes in. I think Screwz blocked it and got Chipp killed from it, had to use FD to keep themselves alive, but that round was a pretty hard one to come back from. WitchWay getting the throw at round start. Nice, checking the JDs. Now, 6P on the pressure. The mash coming out from Screwz gets them caught as WitchWay gets the wall break.
Screwz sort of leaning on that 5P as the set has moved forward, trying to be low committal while still catching out some air options. RC comes out. There's the guaranteed burst point off the charge 5D, and the RC allows WitchWay to move in and get their offense started. There's a mash.
Yo, Screwz is just undeterred from any amount of times that WitchWay can find these counter hits. I love the deflect shield and the commitment to backing up and disengaging. 2D will punish, tap dust with the red Roman cancel. Screwz, you need to make sure that this combo is going to be one that sticks WitchWay to the wall and gets the kill, and they do. Screwz bringing us to our first game 5 of the night. Let's go.
Brother, that stuck to the wall from all the way across the screen. I had no idea that, I did not think that was going to stick to the wall. I was thinking to myself, all you need is that wall stick. Screwz has something a little extra. They know the damage, they know the distance. Oh gosh.
All right, well, here we are finding all kinds of intense violence so very early on in pools, and it's pretty good gameplay as well, I have to say, with that. So let's go ahead. Underwear being like, I don't want to run the mirror. Fellow Ino players trying to support each other.
Welcome to Guilty Gear, where every character is BS and the mirror sucks. That's right, the mirror is just like, I don't know, a vacuum.
Yeah, it's sucking me in, all right.
The slight delay, the flicker on the FD means they were trying to block or something, and the reversal throw finds the gaps.
What a 5P to again check in the gaps and pressure. I think WitchWay needs to start tightening things up.
Catches the backdash too with that throw. Yeah, Screwz has really been leaning in that 5P, and it's working out, so I don't blame them. WitchWay being super greedy on offense, trying to catch a reversal throw or reversal RC or burst, uses the Wild Assault to prevent anything, and the 5B trade once more has put Screwz back in the driver's seat.
Yo, Screwz has really tightened up everything about their performance right now. WitchWay playing a little too loosey with their pressure. YRC, get off of me. And look at that, like they try to go for that cancel on the first hit of 6 heavy slash, only to get jabbed out of it. Screwz just saying, listen, until you frame trap me, until you keep this tight, I am mashing on you.
There's a soldier performance, hit it just right on the ankle, still saying safe. WitchWay tries to stay alive, but there's the low profile with the 2D coming out. Screwz with the clean reverse.
Hermit pulled up to Winner Showdown, where he got second place to our local hero Column on the Happy Chaos, and so let's see how MegaArura wants to pilot his character.
And both these players are long-time character loyalists, I do believe. I see MegaArura with some tech coming out here and there. On the 4-frame 5P as well, I do believe that I could be mistaken. Someone in chat can correct me. Does the armor from Potemkin Buster activate on frame 5? Someone in chat can head to Dustly, but meanwhile, S-Gifto's on the back. Pull with the backdash BRC forward, bring them down, reverse hit Yosansen. Oh my gosh.
All right. Blue Wild Assault is going to get us the tether. Just doing some simple frame traps, reapply the tether. I like this. Going to give us a nice long extended combo here until MegaArura now has the corner set up. Gift thinking about those overheads, gets caught low, still getting caught.
And we have a correction. Thank you, Neuro G59. It's armor active on the first frame, so that 4-frame 5P is just a call out to a non-throw interaction.
Yeah, first active frames of frame 5.
Is that safe? Were you close enough? Oh!
We were, and look at that, not even letting him finish the super animation. Just get in my Potemkin Busta. And I love going for it again when we had the meter to keep it safe. Now
that's a burst from MegaArura. They do have 50% tension going for that 5D RC. Oh, the back Mega Fist actually beating out backdash float. Oh, the call out.
Absolutely clean, just using the tether system. I mean, Gift was trying to take advantage of it first, going for that backwards Mega Fist, saying, I'm not tethered to you, you're tethered to me. But MegaArura still able to get the best of the situation, fading back, dodging the Potemkin Busters, and even baiting the burst out of desperation at the last moment. Well executed.
And that was a fairly confident MegaArura victory. S-Gifto did get their hits in, and the hits do deal a lot of damage. Potemkin can just accidentally kill you, but the offense from Baiken is so incredibly potent that once she's in your face, it can be so difficult to deal with her. And that dash super jump, what a great approach there from MegaArura.
All right. Blue Wild Assault with Potemkin, still so weird for me to say that, you know. He had Wild Assault ever since this was introduced, and then Artisan says, you know what, we can change the color too. And I'm like, you could do that? Okay. MegaArura.
The changes with Potemkin have been very interesting to see how he evolves, but now another character that's had a lot of different changes going in. The Baiken, the wall stick, the kill, MegaArura showing us what Baiken can do.
Nice whiff punish with the Kabari. We're going to get the cross up with the Yosansen, looking for that burst, but Gift being nice and patient with it. After all, you are Potemkin, one of the tankier characters in the game, and finally we spend the burst as MegaArura was threatening to snowball out from there. Heat tackle is punished now, and so here comes the setup, same side. Oh my, I got hit.
Yeah, heat tackle is one of those attacks that made Potemkin players worse. It didn't make Potemkin worse, but it made the players worse because it's not a very good move. It has situations where it is good, but there's just something about Potemkin players that say, man, it would be really funny if I did this right now, wouldn't it?
I just want to, you know, fly across the screen with my rockets. I'm hitting the dopamine move. Let me feel happy. Like,
Like I'm gonna be real. I think ICPM, his little dolphin dive thing, in Exert. I don't remember if it was in Plus R. That's a funnier move. I did say, wouldn't it be funny if they gave him ICPM? And they kind of did.
They kind of did in a new way, right? A reimagined version, a reworked version, right?
There is, like, the combos with Heat Tackle are good because it does knock them down, hard knockdown, but it is hard to make work in neutral without RC. I will say that.
Right. Okay. We still have the tethers going. MegaArura still not able to find anything. Jumps in. Gift trying to find the next big opportunity. We get the check with the far slash. Ooh, nice.
Game.
Yeah, the offense not quite tight enough. Oh, we do get the scoop. And immediately, I like this choice. Yep. The routing, very smart.
Yeah, I swear Heat Knuckle does more damage every time I see it hit someone. It's just one of those moves that you forget how much damage it does. Oh, and that's the third time MegaArura has done that to S-Gifto, and it gotten the counter hit for him too. Oh, and there's the response too, yeah.
Yeah, we got that check right there, but MegaArura immediately with the burst will stop S-Gifto's combo from working and thus force the situation. We get the hard knockdown here. Gifto about to get full burst back, but I honestly think you save that resource for the next round.
There's that, I believe that was really due to the extra pull-in and the 2D2 hits. Catching S-Gifto in the middle of Hammerfall, and now MegaArura only about 40% of their burst, but it's slowly coming back, and you don't need burst when you're on offense, I gotta tell you.
Alright. S-Gifto in a decent enough spot. He tackled to try to skip the gold. Okay, you know what? I can put some respect on that. We're going to be able to keep ourselves safe from a punish. Oh, chase him down with the cancel. Okay, S-Gifto. I agree. Uh-oh.
Oh, I had a bit of a yikes moment there. We have home Potemkin at our local. He loves Hammerfall, Kara Heavenly.
We try to get the air throw. Not able to reach, though. MegaArura gets a setup right here. The overhead, yet again, will catch S-Gifto. And despite that little bit of momentum, not able to capitalize and close it out. So it is a 3-0 victory for MegaArura.
One of the Anji players that's really shown up, I believe they do have a few TNS victories under their belt. Umibozu, playing a character that we don't see a lot of lately. Asuka, the big changes being the rapid-fire red cubes. They start at 1 rather than some of them starting at 5, and I believe there was some... What was it, slower or less block stun on the electric cross? Anyways...
A couple of those things, but a really big nerf to Asuka overall was to his mana regenerating bookmarks as well, actually. Like, I remember doing the recording for the Asuka video on the Season 4 patch and saying, hey, so they reduced this, here's what it was before, and they gutted it. So the character has a lot less just free, infinite mana supplies right now. Those cards, the engine, if you will, got put on the ban list. So we've seen some players kind of migrate away from the character. And MacMens, though, going to be able to force Umibozu into a manaless state. Are we able to get ourselves back up, though? Just running offense with our normals, and there he is. We're back online. What a DP.
It was a point where I thought, man, what if MacMens just did Kacha Fugetsu and Asuka died?
Oh, but Fujin will catch. Through the wall we go into the super.
All right, that's through the wall. So low on mana, though. Still about 50% of their tension gauge. This is going to be so hard to deal with, though. Just the wires see right out. We're going to be able to get a throw. Decides to go for the 6P, not going for the re-corner, and MacMen seals it out. And there is a little bit of time after you use your forward air dash where you are locked out of actionability. So if they are air dashing forward early enough, and you'll recognize that you can get the free throw. MacMens, perhaps unsure on the timing of it, decides to choose the 6P and ends up getting the victory for it.
Yeah, indeed. Now let's see if Umibozu is going to be able to start mounting up the comeback right here. I'm going to try and pay attention to which test case they are using, because a lot of the mana regen spells I mentioned, I think they were in test case number 3, and so I think Asuka players have been kind of messing around with the other test cases. Burst has been expired by both sides. MacMen's running down with the offense, catching a backdash, keeping Umibozu under all kinds of duress.
Yeah, when when Anji is just in your face, it's so hard to deal with him. And not only do you have to deal with the 50-50s of overhead low Nagiha versus Rin, but the 50-50 of am I going to let the Fujin actually connect and do a follow-up or not?
Oh, yeah, look at this. MacMens kind of just like busting out with style, right? Unnecessary fast RC. I see you, but now they're going to be able to switch over, and yep, I think we're on that test case number 2 now, actually. So trying to cycle through, we run for the throw, we're down to only 2 spells. MacMen's getting it falling overhead. We blocked that one and able to actually mash so fast, the PRC wasn't able to allow MacMens to maintain their turn.
Yeah, the black hole coming out, giving them a bit of extra space. Umibozu able to acquire some resources as they move forward, but little by little we're expending our spells and unable to recoup as much. And MacMens catching them being greedy, bookmarking 1 or 2 extras. Oh, but there's the reversal throw.
The back throw incident into setting up our deck, but MacMens waking up with the mash, able to just maintain offense. We get caught, the spell's not going to connect though. MacMens once again getting into that best range for Anji. We get the full pickup off of Nagiha. Umibozu gonna have to be guessing for game here. No DP card pulled. Flex shield though used. A little bit of mana regenerated. We're missing up the Oki a bit. MacMens with a perfectly timed mash finds yet another game victory.
Yeah, Umibozu seems to be able to get hits, able to get positions where they have the space. But I think the big difference here is MacMens is so much more consistent with turning that single hit, turning that single connection, that single block into overwhelming offense. And it is more difficult for Asuka to get their overwhelming offense. They do still have that sort of win condition state, but it's so much more difficult, and MacMens is so aware not only of the spacing that Umibozu has, but what spells they have to interact with.
Indeed, and now Umibozu, I mean, talking about interacting with spells, you have to find an interaction first. MacMen's gonna get the wall break. So positive bonus apply, giving MacMens access to plenty of tension. Try and run Bozu down. Go for the desperation gold burst. It's not gonna pan out. MacMens dropping the super for the hard knockdown. Umibozu gets him for round.
That was such an interesting usage of the resources, just raw reversal, gold burst, but unfortunately puts them on the back foot. And now they don't even have 50% of their burst back. MacMens could kill so easily if they deplete their resources just quick enough.
Okay, we get the punish on the Nagiha this time. Umibozu getting a couple of spells. We have DP pulled as well. Going to try and maintain that. We switch over to test case number 3, so we're going to get access to some of the trickier stuff. The fact MacMens block that teleport is godlike.
It's so hard to deal with the teleports because he has so many different versions that it's so hard to identify what's what. But right now, what's what is we're in their face. You might die for this. Oh, you're so dead. You're so dead here.
Out of mana, out of options, out of life. MacMens will 3-0 Umibozu to keep their run alive in the winner's side of our 152nd.
I believe they played Anji before Bedman came out. I feel like I remember seeing them pulling up to like Series E with the Anji, one of the players that was one of the championing him early on. And I don't blame them because Anji's a bit ignorant, especially when they're in your face.
Yep, and now let's see. GC Yoshi almost carrying through with the momentum that we saw from MacMens in the previous set. Lurry in the knockdown. Bro, okay. That's foul. That's absolutely foul. Yeah.
Not quite a... I mean, GC Yoshi I like to think of a guy that plays weirdo kind of characters, you know? Anji's like... I could see some weirdo in them, but they're not quite a weirdo character like Bedman. But I do know GC Yoshi is not unfamiliar with the Anji.
Only thing weird about Anji is his shirt. I mean, it covers everything but the chest. But I mean, hey, when you look like that, I would dress like that too, Heike.
The chestless sleeves kind of shirt going on. Oh, the kids, the children's parade. Messing up their super RC, but it didn't really do anything, unfortunately. And GC Yoshi cleans up that first game in pretty confident fashion. Orange Anji power-up. That's that Color 9 Anji.
Yo, Color 9 is such an underrated color. And so
I play Color 9 on basically all of my characters that I play.
can respect that. I can respect that. I messed with that in so many games. Like back in Dragon Ball Fighters, earlier seasons when I was playing Super Saiyan Goku, Color 9 was my jam. The white gi with the orange undershirt, it went hard.
Yeah, that was the colors that I ended on for season 1 of DBFC.
Yeah, I respect that. Oh, here we go, Lurry. Getting started off, some items getting pulled out.
Able to play that footsies game going in. 5K air dash cancel. We're going in for the 50-50. GC Yoshi getting a little antsy on defense, and I don't blame them. Getting that Afro on is a very difficult position to be in against Faust.
Lurry able to maintain this offense. PRC. Oh my god, GC Yoshi reacted to it, not letting the Koi rock. It said jumping after Lurry to get the throw. Amazing reactions.
I think MegaArura still hits there if they try to jump out, and it does hit quite high. But GC Yoshi just next leveling all of us here.
Okay, this is good for Lurry. Yeah, we get the counter hit, we get a few items out, and more importantly is that the tension gauge is decreasing. What a block on that overhead. We jump over the army of trumpets as well, but we jump the throw. Lurry going for a very committal option. Gets caught by the tap dust. We got so many layers, and Lurry, okay, they want to play hero.
That was a very scary burst point. Gets the OTG. I don't blame them not spending it initially, because GC Yoshi having 100% tension, that's scary. But once they spend the 50, it's a completely different game you have to play.
All right, Koi, we get GC Yoshi some offense. We go for an empty jump in low, using the coverage from our Butterfly Dove. Set it up again. Counter hit. Lurry guessing wrong on defense. This should be a kill, I imagine. It was a close last starter into super. There it is.
You gotta look at Faust, man. He ain't got no meat on those bones.
Yeah. His guts, I had those removed.
Guts? You mean my breakfast?
You know what? That doesn't match his grimdark aesthetic. I approve.
I mean, Faust is the kind of character that might have some liver, with or without the nice TNT.
There it is. I knew you were going for a Hannibal joke the moment you brought it up. Here we go. 100 tons of pressure. Same side. That was gross. Catching a counter hit even too. Not sure what Yoshi wanted to go for there. Blue Waddle Sold will deny the burst. And look at this. GC Yoshi understanding that Lurry had so many ways of baiting burst. We invested the PRC, I think, not only to stabilize the combo and get the wall break by swapping back, but also to look for that burst.
To maintain our resources. We have 100% tension. This is going to do damage, but I don't think it's close enough to killing. Oh, never mind. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Yeah, it did enough hits to get through guts pretty comfortably. That's on me, chat. That's on me. It's Will It Kill week. You can send that. You can send that over.
You can send it on in. And even then, too, right? Like, I think GC Yoshi understood that it was going to kill because they could have done a fast RC cancel, let the projectile of the fan linger out there, hitting Lurry, jumped up there with like a JD or something to add on just that extra little bit of damage. But GC Yoshi knew. They were like, nah, this guy's dead. Give me next game.
They're a smarter man than I. It's 2-0 here. Lurry's going to have to fight back. We got around the last game. We'll have to see how we can deal with this overwhelming offense that comes on the face of Anji.
Catch him low. The children's are coming through, giving us the full pickup and extension. We got a banana pill on deck. And thus, let's rush Anji into the hospital. He's just slipped on the banana.
Yikes, that's going to hurt. So next time you play against Faust, you might want to wear some shin guards. I'm going to be real with you.
No joke, right? Okay, Lurry off to a really great round. We have the bomb on deck. There it is again, the PRC teleport to stay same side. And Yoshi finally dropping around here.
Most Faust, they like to... Most like you run into a tower Faust. And they want to go cross up with the Scarecrow PRC, but we're kind of preying on that assumption here, and Lurry's able to get the hits with it.
Okay, and Lurry being very aggressive with the burst. Doesn't want to give Yoshi any momentum. We're pulling a couple of items. Mini Faust, the banana pill, trumpet, and now everything. This is Lurry's kind of game. You want him to fight back. Oh, he brought the party with him.
There's the meteors. We're going to be able to push them back to the corner. Lurry, not a lot of burst. GC Yoshi's spending it just now. The 5K anti-air comes out. It works. We get the side swap too. With the wall, this ought to be enough to kill, right?
Imagine so. We swallow a ton. No, those Japanese guts give Yoshi
that's on me,
a
chat.
pixel.
I'm sorry, chat. That's on me. That's on me again. Again, that's on me.
Man, I can't believe you lost all of your Sage AM dollars twice in the same set. That's crazy.
I'm 0-2 on that one. I'm 0-2.
You know who isn't 0-2? Lurry. He just got up to 1-2 now.
Yep, that's 1-2. We're fighting back. We're fighting back. This is not a clean sweep. We love to see both players playing the fighting game.
All right. Let's see how things are going to progress right here. I think Lurry's been getting a couple of really good item pulls and he's been able to play around that as well, capitalizing on the crazy randomness that Faust is able to present in these situations. And because he's been able to keep Yoshi at bay, we haven't seen Yoshi, at least in that last game, really be able to run that overwhelming Anji mix-up and pressure game. Let's see if Lurry can keep this game of keep away going. Oh no, Yoshi gets right in there.
Yeah, the 6B even going through the love as well. We're able to move forward. The 2H catches the attempted approach. We're able to go screen to screen, corner to corner. Okay.
Let's see how you like to behave with it. We check the Nagiha as well. Yoshi trying to threaten, I think, the delayed PRC cancel. Lurry not having it.
And we have the hammer on backup. GC Yoshi recognized we weren't close enough to backdash away. And now we have offense all a go here. Oh, with the overhead still connected. The RC hitting OTG as well.
Good defense so far, but one throw, any hit will kill here. And there it is, that overhead finally comes on through, closing that round out, and now Yoshi here at set point.
Yeah, the charge Fujin cancel, when you get the full charge on Fujin, you can cancel it into either Kacho anti-air. You can cancel it anything, that's just how it is. I've already forgotten the names of it. Woo! Kacho Fugetsu comes out. That's some big damage. Alright, we're going in, trying to play patient. The quick overhead. The Flex Shield out. And that's the scalpel pull. Reestablished in neutral. This is going to be a good position for Lurry. But we get the air throw just out of range for the bomb tube. That ought to be a kill.
There it is, and indeed, Yoshi will close out the set with a 3-1 victory, sending Lurry to loser side.
But she still has a lot of potential, but historically, this is not a good match for Millia. In most Guilty Gears, I do believe this is not a good matchup for her.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just one of those cases, right, where she has to, like, hit Potemkin 4, 5, 6 times, and Potemkin just needs to grab her twice, and that decides the set. So the margin, there it is, for error, there it is incredibly dicey here. Layne off to a really good start, though, catching Neubenheimer with that cross-up overhead. Yo, what side was that even on? Potemkin's so big, I feel like he just got hit 360.
Gets the block on the cross-up, the turbo falls, does steal the corner. It's hard to deal with. But right now, we're in your face, and it's scary. It's so scary. Oh, but the fuzzy jump JH counter hit. We got the pickup, and Layne able to escape the threat of the big man. Oh, and there's that heat tag one. Iron Saber, hard to deal with. There's the 6P, and rare footage of actually beating Capel.
Okay, Heimer trying to track down Layne. The jump in through here. Max, oh my gosh, that was a mortal counter right here. Neubenheimer not really getting the most out of it, but Layne, dire straits. Good defense so far from Neubenheimer. Look at that,
escape option. It is minus on block, but Millia, you're just gonna eat it sometimes, aren't you?
All right, let's see. Layne does have full burst, so if Neubenheimer gets a little too close, Layne does have some options to try and escape. Big jump in right here, and yeah, look at that one jump and half a Millia's life gone. Neubenheimer just needs any hit with a full confirm to do the deal, and I think this is it, Dostro.
Goes for the hammerfall there. That's some big plus frames. And the slide head can actually kill because it does damage now.
All right, we're trying to catch the jump.
Dire Straits here, trying to defend. No FD, the JP air-to-air. Neubenheimer takes that first game there. Man, Potemkin is such a scary character. Such a scary character.
I mean, yeah, especially like this version. We got like armored man throws. We got the endless pressure of strike Garuda impact. Remember when they said, yeah, we're going to take away Kara's, bounce him around him not having Kara's. Actually, we're going to give him Kara's back, and then we'll bounce him around there. They just gave him Kara's back and did nothing else. Pepperidge
I do like that they gave him back the Karas.
Yes.
Because it is
100%.
something that is fun to do, and it allows skill expression and a lot of creativity with the character. But they just kind of left him the same as a character designed without Karas, and giving him that extra ability makes him so much more impressive.
Absolutely so. I mean, there's matchups of his that he should be losing that he's doing pretty damn well, and just from like the archetypal standpoint, right? So we'll see. There hasn't been a patch with Guilty Gear Strive, and I think that's because we do have the finals of the Arc World Tour coming up just next month. So I think ArcSys wants to let the players rock on this patch, and then once they get through with their finals, then they'll go back to running it normally. Well, they'll get patches going out, excuse me.
We're going to be getting this knockdown going here. Goes for the cross-up once more. I feel like Nubenheimer has blocked them all of those cross-up, turbo fall, compel cancels. Nubenheimer knows. Nubenheimer is so good at this game.
Oh my, he knows indeed. You see that 6P that man knew. He's playing both sides of it. Absolutely crazy.
Like, something that I really liked when I watched his Nagoriyuki, because he was just so present and always in top 8 of TNS, 1 CEO Taku. Nubenheimer just knows how to get going and like turn on the accelerator. And that's something that I really like about Varix too. It's just so good at knowing when to go fast, but right now we know when to up back, tying it up on rounds. Layne here, not even a Wild Assault or Deflect Guard, and that's going to be hard to deal with as we move forward here.
Layne trying to find themselves a way out, and they do get a little switch up right here. And Nubenheimer, though, excellent defense. That
was a really cute setup.
It was, and the fact that he blocked it all too, I'm just like, damn, we were cute for nothing. Oh, same side, immediately into the Bad Moon overhead. Layne having a really good round, set up the mix. Nubenheimer recognizes that Layne was going for the corner steal. He bait out a throw, and so now Layne has Nubenheimer under duress.
This movement from Layne has been very tricky and so hard to deal with. The dash forward 2P, that was so greedy. We have 100% tension though, and now Nubenheimer's gonna be so crazy, so scary, unfortunate. I think they went for the tri-dash, the goofy hammer falls, Kara Heavenly, PRC forward.
Okay, the JD actually gonna catch Layne. This is so scary. Nubenheimer able to maintain offense. Layne runs forward. See that? We're trying to check it. Compel, again, because it doesn't launch anymore, means that Nubenheimer, instead of getting full combo, just gets poked with the close / anti-air. Millia Classic finds victory for Layne, bringing us to a tied-up set.
That was a tight closeout. They were neck and neck, and so many options. If they were chosen at just a second later, the interaction would have been so awkward between them, and Layne able to seal it out. That close / anti-air. We saw them try to go for it already too. Nubenheimer came down with a JD a little bit, delaying not only their momentum, but making their hitbox a lot harder to deal with. But this is 1-1.
Duel 1.
All tied up. Let's see who's going to take the lead in the set. Layne,
the way that
Muffins. Go ahead.
Layne is moving is just so tricky. It's so hard to see where they're going to go next. Oh, and a slight walk back too. Yeah, they decided to reward Potemkin players for going for Reversal Buster by giving it armor.
Yeah, right? Like, listen, if you can do a 360 in the middle of a block string, like, you deserve it, okay? Oh, big opportunity for Layne.
But that 360 burst bubble ain't gonna hit. We're going into our offense. Gotta be careful, gotta be scared. Tries to escape, Gold Burst comes out. That's gonna be real strong for Layne, but the counter hit's gonna make it harder to implement.
Oh, big counter hit here for Layne, actually. Going to get finished with the round as well.
And going in with that disc super. This is a strong point here for Layne, but I feel like they've won every single first round. It's just a matter of how we clutch it out in those last moments here. And right now, Layne has a good start, gets that instant overhead with the Tiger Knee Bad Moon. This turns into yet another tricky setup. Okay, we do it again. And at $15 from Onde Onde. Thank you for donating directly to our players to the Metrino. That double hammer fist, that JS is so hard to deal with. Okay, there's that RC, breaks the armor too. You only get one hit of armor. Nubenheimer goes down and Layne is fighting with increased vigor with every time they go through this set. It's 2-1 right now. Nubenheimer, they just haven't been able to key into how Layne is not only choosing their mix-ups, but going through the air. It's so hard to contest. And while Potemkin does have like pretty decent air-to-air normals, we've seen that JS and that JP specifically doing quite a good job of not only contesting the air, but hitting that range that can also hit the ground. And right when I talk about it, Nubenheimer blesses us with the demonstration. Oh, we're keeping them in the corner. The 4-frame mash out. There's that 2P of Brave Press. Layne has the offense now. This is a great position for them. The shortened backdash adjustment allows us to get the quick overhead same side. This is going to be hard to deal with. We don't have tension, though. Moving in, that's that 6P coming out. Nubenheimer's been doing pretty solid. Perhaps expecting a cross up there, but unable to get it. And now Layne on the back foot.
And now let's see. Bro, what an anti-air with that 5P as well. Nubenheimer holding this down. He's going to drop the Gigantic Kai. Trying to find the next hit. Heat tackle will keep Layne under duress.
All right. Oh, yes. And there's that huge hitbox on the FDB coming in clutch. Getting that chip out and kill versus Layne there.
All right. Again, blocking these corner steals.
I swear, Nubenheimer has to be like 100% on these corner steal attempts. Oh, same side low RC as a burst bait turns it into offense, but not a full confirmation. And catching the backdash, there's that 6H. We're able to get the clean up with Artemis. And now this is almost one interaction to kill Potemkin. Doesn't RC at that time. This is dire straits here. Up backs. Guard tries to turn it back to neutral positioning. Alright, here's that close slash. Trying to bait out a YRC, just a bit of stare down, and now it's back to round 3 here. Potential set point for Layne.
Let's see how exactly this is going to play out here. Layne off to a really great start. Has Nubenheimer on the back foot.
There's that same side this time. Able to get the cross up once more. It's got to be a call out. I saw Nubenheimer on wake up walking forward. It's got to be a call out. There's no way you're reacting to that. Bird's got to be coming soon, right when I talk about it.
Right, and here we go. Nubenheimer goes with the pop buster. Layne jumps it with the right read. Are we going to be able to get the kill, though? Potemkin is a tanky boy. We just need one more opening, one more mix-up, and there it is, the Capel going back to the original side. Layne
We're
able
talking
to
up. We're talking up.
Mhm.
Really good at playing that single-player game. And once they get started, that's how you know that a victory is incoming. When you get the knockdown, as long as you can maintain resources as Zato, you have the best offense in the game. Because it's almost interruptible. And if you get that 50%, tension on board, it's going to be so hard to deal with them. And we see it here, we're just locking them down. You have to deal with all of these mix-ups, trying to go for a fuzzy, and gets the unblockable setup with the attempted leap on the back end. Oh gosh, that's fully burst safe as well. Poncho takes it. Yeah, the way that unblockable works, it's if you try to backdash or jump, the leap is going to be able to catch you, but if you stay grounded, then the Damned Fang will catch you, and not only keep you stuck in offense, it regains the Eddy gauge as well.
Yes.
So difficult to deal with on offense. You have to be worried. You have to be scared.
Yeah, but let's see. Cheryo trying to jump out of this corner, gets caught by that slash. Poncho forces the burst as well. Cheryo trying to close the distance just a little bit. Perfectly timed Skyfish forces the burst out from Poncho, who is trying to be erratic with their movements. We see them bobbing and weaving, going in and out, but now Cheryo finally gets to start off some behemoth typhoon pressure.
Oh no, you're gonna eat it for that one. Doesn't get the pick up there, but still gets the kill, even on resources here into this final round. And that's that single player game that you get to play when you have the offense. And Cheryo, one of the best to do it. We have the orange Goldlewis, so incredibly threatening.
Again, those color 9 players, they're showing up to represent tonight. You'd love to see it. Poncho gonna pull on out with the Sun Void.
And we're getting this offense, goes for the unblockable again. Oh, Poncho. Oh my gosh. There's so few players that actually implement that.
Way too clean, tap dust, not much to it. Poncho out of eddy gauge, and now Cheryo with full security. Can do whatever it is he damn well pleases. Catches the back dash.
The limited air options that Zato has makes it hard to deal with that. Oh, and actually blocking the Skyfish made it so that you recovered your eddy gauge. That was so cheeky. Oh, speaking of cheek. Oh, while we speak of cheeks more, check out those chaps, brother. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, you're dead? Oops.
Yep, gone. Sayonara. And that's kind of like the momentum. It kind of felt like what we talked about before, right? Like Poncho had so much on his side, but because of the health disparity between these two characters, as well as the damage difference, Poncho needed to win more interactions than Cheryo needed to. And with the changes to Goldlewis as well, getting the hard knockdown on the Skyfish, once he was able to catch Poncho, just run him down from screen and start his offense going, it's pretty much GG's from there. Let's see if Poncho's going to be able to bounce back in this game too.
Yeah, both of these characters have some of the most overwhelming offense in the game. They're so good when they have you already blocking. Granted, Zato requires Eddie to be in that sort of position. It's just so hard to deal with them, and something that really allows Goldlewis to be one of the strongest characters in the game right now is that he has access to all of that while still, well, not requiring that extra gauge to be so powerful.
All right, let's go ahead and set this up right here. Oh my God, we're just scraping down the life bar of Poncho. Down with the system.
That's 3 circles. Oh, it still didn't kill. Oh my gosh, I was all ready for the next round there, but it looks like Poncho is ready to get this offense going.
We're gonna get the damn thing to get ourselves started off here. Close the gap here. We catch Cheryo pressing something. This is a really good spot for Poncho to be in, actually, but we're out of eddy gauge. We get the wall break, no hard knockdown. This is actually scary now.
Did you see that wind up? I think he was going for super PRC there. Oh, tries to go for the damn Fang. Poncho's really been leaning into that, and I think Cheryo is starting to figure it out. Even though we don't already have the offense started, it's still quite a powerful tool. You just have to spend this time to recover eddy gauge. Here it comes. Gets the 2B trade with the Pierce. Have the 50% tension, so now we just return to the 50-50s.
Yeah, but Cheryo so far guessing right on all of them. Look at that defense. Finally, the damn thing comes through. I mean, there's a reason why Poncho's been leaning on it. As you said, it's been successful so many times.
And able to be fully burst safe. One of the characters that's so easy to be burst safe when you have Eddie on backup. 6B coming out. There's that skull and bones. Oh, gets the 5P. We have the Thunderbird on backup too. Classic 5P mash RC to clean it up. Poncho, we're tied up on rounds despite the powerful first round. We have unwavering mindsets here.
All right, set up right here. Going for more mix-ups. Cheryo again guessing right. Finds the perfect opportunity to gold burst, taking down Eddie. Now Poncho fighting alone against this man in his coffin, but we're still checking. Eddie's back online. When do we get the call?
And we caught the Skyfish there. We're going to be able to do some solid damage, but without Eddie, we don't really have access to a whole lot. Wall break is going to be good for Poncho, but without many resources, it's going to be a tough hill to climb starting up. On great usage of the opposed too. We're playing that zoning game.
Yeah, but now we're trying to play that rush down a bit as well, and Cheryo trying to escape gets caught, and Poncho gonna tie up the set just like that.
Yeah, I have to wonder if Cheryo was going for that 2P trade. If you have a 5-frame button that's easy to press there. That 5P will trade quite frequently with the gap between Pierce and Cheryo is going for that pretty often. Despite the range, though, I think that would have been a checkmate sort of situation because Poncho was going for the invite hell there. I have to wonder what that would have interacted with, even if it did trade with the Pierce.
You know, it'd be really cool if we could do replay takeovers in Stride. It's a feature that we've seen in some other fighting games, like Street Fighter 6 was able to add it within the last couple of patch cycles. But in the meantime, we got what we got. And right now, we got Poncho running offense on Cheryo in the corner. Sunvoid is going to come down. We invested burst for this offense. Poncho making the most of it.
Poncho doing a very good job at managing the Eddie gauge. Empty low, we're going to be able to go through the wall here. Doesn't have the tension for it. Cheryo's defense has been so incredibly strong that we just don't have to worry about this looping situation.
Oh, and there it is.
Yes.
This is a dead Zato.
Yeah, something Cheryo's very good at, despite having that 50% tension, so confident in their own defense, they don't have to lean on abilities like burst or YRC to get out of an opponent's offense, but also sort of the way that Goldlewis gets to play the game, due to being such a beefy character.
But right now, Poncho looking pretty beefy with the Eddie gauge generated from the damn Fang.
Oh, smile, you son of a...
Oh, but we don't get the kill quite yet. But it is another situation. We're trying to check the jabs. But yeah, Cheryo just going to eat the round loss. Poncho and Cheryo trying to decide who's going to take the lead in the set.
Pretty even on resources, spending that Wild Assault right away. Bit of a sleight of hand trickery there on that pickup. Gets the wall break too. Oh, never mind.
Jinx on the call. Cheryo will get the knockdown with the white Wild Assault. The Hema Typhoons come through, and oh my gosh, this is 2.5 grips of damage on the Poncho. The Skyfish completely able to stop out Poncho's approach, but we still have Eddie, nice and healthy. Again, a beautiful white Wild Assault.
Wild Assault being super potent. Going for some cheeky setups. I have to wonder if a wall break might have killed if they had access to it, and the RC after to seal it up. This is a slobber knocker of a set, dude. This is a slobber knocker.
They picked violence, and I can get behind that.
This is a violent game, dude. This is a violent game. Guilty Gear Strive, this game's been out for almost 4 years, about 3.5 years, and there's no slowing down for it.
It's good to see fighting games be this healthy in this day and age, man. Like, games lasting, having good, long, supported life cycles with healthy player bases, you absolutely love to see. And I can't wait to see even more communities start to spawn out as new games like City of the Wolves are on the horizon, looming for their chance to be in the spotlight. Right now, Poncho trying to get out of the limelight of Cheryo, hunting him down, but Cheryo trying to have his way.
There's that 5P check. The contestant going for the throw. Misses the pickup, unfortunately, but 5 DRC. We're going to be able to get this break here. All right, we're going in. That brave dash up 5P. Cheryo was very liberal with their usage of Wild Assault previously. And still gets the hard knockdown with the Thunderbird. Go, my child. Hold down neutral.
Bro, what was that, man? That was godlike.
Oh, are you holding the button?
Oh!
Yup, and using that throw, too, to get around any sort of defensive option. We're just not giving Cheryo the chance to spend a burst and take that game.
Absolutely phenomenal. That was such a you're already dead, omae wo shineru situation.
And I love the usage of 5K in neutral that Cheryo is just putting out. Disjointed button, very good at checking Eddie when we're throwing them out with a Drunkard Shade. This defense is pretty solid, and they were just running out, and they killed Eddie too.
Yeah, but now Cheryo, no, not dead, but I mean, super close to it. Poncho just a few more seconds. Eddie back online, but Cheryo with the gun.
There's the oppose, trying to get a bit of a tension crush with the Skyfish, unable to. And gets to build the 50% tension with the Whiff Drunkard Shade. Poncho's awareness is on the screen. Holy cow.
Look at this, running offense. Sun Void as well to deny Cheryo any burst opportunities, getting another hard knockdown.
It's gonna be tough to deal with. You can deal with a lot though. There's that 5 DRC. At this point, if the burst is spent, I'd feel very comfortable with that as Poncho, despite having such low life. There's still another round.
But there it is, another round. We will see the Skyfish able to finally catch Poncho, but I mean, throughout that entire round, we were able to drain Cheryo of his burst gauge while also regenerating ours with the back-to-back positive bonus. So Poncho in a really good spot, especially now that the mix-ups are landing.
Goes for the slump there. Empty low once more. Gets the unblockable. Oh my gosh, Poncho, you keep going for it, and I love it.
Another one.
The last bastion of Zato here.
Right. He's doing all the damn fangs for all the Zatos who no longer damn their fangs.
I mean, I'm here in the Chicago area, we had a Zato player running our locals for a little bit because we had Macho here. But Macho, ever the more busy, doesn't show up very often, but still, I know what it feels like to get beat up by Zato for weeks at a time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Colorado had a couple of Zatos pull up there. Got to give a shout to one of my good friends, the FGC MDB Poet. It's been a while since I've seen him. Don't think he's too active these days, or maybe I just don't look at the right Texas scenes where he's at. I got to hit him up, actually. I'm going out to Texas Showdown in a few weeks.
Zato's like one of those characters that's like, okay, there are clear weaknesses, and he does have a lot of trouble in a lot of matchups, but every matchup's the same when you get the hit.
Yes.
Every matchup's the same. Even, like, that still even rings true to characters with reversals, because you just set up the drills and your reversal doesn't matter.
Quite true. Cheryo off to a quick start here, though, taking a round from Poncho in seconds. Skyfish, a lot more usage of it here to just stop Poncho before the full screen gets out of hand.
Yeah, this is already a very powerful start. At set point here for Cheryo, has them on the back foot. Poncho's just trying to stay alive here. Runs up for the damn thing. It just happens. It just happens. Cheryo just keeps getting hit by it. Poncho's snaking through. Block on the 842, but it still don't matter. This is Goldlewis Dickinson, the Secretary of Absolute Defense, and he moves on to a winner's side top. I was talking about this earlier. GC Yoshi, they play Bedman and Exert. They play Bedman here. I know they played Blitz Tank in BB Tag too, so that's another weirdo character. Oh, and we have the circle going. I love this song. Fall down with that JK. SQ has the offense already started with the S sword going on the S Bayonetto. Okay, the 5D coming up. That's a free mix-up. You block it in the corner. That's a free mix-up.
Yes, indeed. All right. Yoshi will force the burst. We get the throw as well. Trying to run offense here. Wake up more to battle, but it's a safe jump. Doesn't matter. SQ with the full tension gauge. Keeps herself safe.
Oh, and the fuzzy jump out gets over the Ondo. 5D! We landed and just pressed the button. Oh, where's our defense going? This is so tricky. And that JS from Bedman is so juiced too. Like, being in the air is like such a privilege for Bedman because he has access to so many strong tools. But 6P is a great answer. What a good press. SQ already back in the corner.
Love the little dash back overhead. A second serving will catch GC Yoshi. Not able to go for the confirm though. SQ trying to force one last mix up. Both swords are out. Empty low this time. Conditioning in action.
It ended up working out for SQ. Not sticking them to the wall means they don't get that extra 30% of their burst gauge.
All right, running this one, hold this pressure. And yeah, don't forget, you know, Ramlethal, she may not have like those looping block strings anymore, but SQ still able to demonstrate that this character, when she gets you in this situation, I mean, she is a monster.
Yeah, she doesn't loop swords as well as she used to, but boy, can she still loop. What a confirmation. Counter hit 2P gave them some extra chance at it. There's a safe jump, able to get a bit of a whiff on those hits going. Oh, and still able to catch the backdash, fade the throw. GC Yoshi has SQ on their last legs in this round, but trying to play a little patient there because SQ has the super.
What that was sick.
SQ, I don't blame you. Oh, guard crush is incoming. Gotta move, gotta move.
Yep.
Gotta move or else you'll get chipped to death. Oh, and it runs out. Oh, and you're dead. Whoopsie daisies.
Talk about playing tag for keeps. SQ able to avoid GC Yoshi trying to hunt her down and taking game 1. We're off to a pretty good start for the Ramlethal player, I would say.
Yeah, well, you have the install buff is very strong. It does a lot of really great things. Being at that long range distance and having all of that real estate to retreat with, because that GC Yoshi being able to fight out of the corner, it means you have all of that space to move around those guard crush attempts from the Bedman install super that make it hard to deal with. Oh, but we've seen that interaction already. That's 2 for 2. SQ.
She's doing pretty well with it right now. Setting up the swords yet again, trying to get GC Yoshi to press something. Tap Dust will come through. Get the full combo as well. Mortabato will lead to the hard knockdown.
Yeah, but that was no swords. That did barely any damage. Bedman still being pretty big, being a metal machine imbued with the soul of Delilah's older brother.
Yeah, quite true, quite true. And don't forget, too, he did get some one of the more notable health buffs in the Season 4 patch as well, which absolutely skyrocketed him to truly be one of the heavyweight characters.
Yeah, the White Wall Assault user. There's that delayed overhead with the air dash back. Double overhead all the way across the sky. We get the knockdown and we have the bubble. We have the error state. We catch the startup too. Quite a timing there. Oh, I'm not sure if there was time to even grab them, but we saw that well and early. The deflect shield. SQ, 2 quick ones.
My good chan. Actually breaking me. They're so right, though. They're so right. We gotta call the bed it. Yeah, the bed. Everyone. We got these Strive Zoomers, never seen Rev 2, looking, having kids, going around. I bet you didn't even know that Boruto's dad has his own anime. All right, you youngins.
This is. It's not Bedman. It's Bedman.
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 The bed.
Who's Bedman? Bedman? Oh, that's so many overheads. That jump heavy slash is so tricky. It's such a beefy button too. Like they really worked on the sound design on that one. Oh, clean confirm. Maintains the air state, but it don't matter. You're going through the wall and you're dead.
All right, SQ getting the nice air-to-air right here. Has a 2-0 lead, but definitely not want to have GC Yoshi get any sort of momentum building up for themselves. The bed, it is approaching, so you have to do it right there.
Oh, what a hit. Gets a pickup. 1 sword, Mortabato. Still plenty of damage, but not quite a big dent. And this is going to be yet more and yet another hard knockdown. And SQ's building so much meter here, but so much burst coming from GC Yoshi. I have to wonder if that was a whiff throw attempt. GC Yoshi escapes with plenty of burst to their name.
Yes, indeed, and there it is, JS catching with a big counter hit.
Unable to get the heavy error out, so Bedman doesn't get the heavy error state there. Unfortunate the way that works out.
Okay, that was absolutely foul, SQ. But we're going to go ahead and get the wall break as well. Positive bonus going her way. GC Yoshi, full gauge. 1 Red Roman cancel, looking for the burst. A second one as well. SQ, though, Master Clash in patience. Oh, my God.
Oh, just puts out the Sabrabato. Just let it rock. Right when they were about to go through the wall, barely surviving. and gets the error state on the fireball to seal it up. That's one on the board here. GC Yoshi making it work.
All right, just like that, we got ourselves a little bit of a set on hand. No 3-0s for SQ today. Yoshi bringing us to a game at number 4. Can he take it with this bed all the way through? Well, let's stick around and find out.
Yeah, but it's still going to be a tough one as we move on, because the winner of this goes to fight Cheryo. We already saw what Cheryo can do.
Imagine, you know, your reward for winning a set fighting Goldlewis. I'll take the loss instead, thank you very much.
This is the game we play, my
True,
guys. This is the game we play.
What's this
loss on the
business?
Ooh, 2K2D. No swords available for that one, so didn't get that much damage, but still, the positive meter bonus is all we need, and we just keep letting it rock.
But Bedman still so tanky, able to endure 2 wall breaks back to back, but you can't block forever. It's a perfect for SQ. She's at set point.
And Bedman's got so much health, dude. They survived, but at what cost?
At what cost indeed.
There's that slash through the wall. That did plenty of damage, though, despite the healthy bed frame. Oh, that was tricky. That was cool.
Wild Assault. Yoshi trying to close the gap. The bed clashes. SQ somehow getting the better of it. Sees the opportunity to push offense even further with the blue RC. Mortabado with 1 sword. Gets a hard knockdown on Yoshi. Can he defend against this a little longer?
RC's out of it. No guard crush for you. Bursts out, perhaps at the final moments. Just trying to make it in. At what cost, though? We get the block, and that means error is gone, and so is your life bar. SQ takes it 3-1, moves on into a winner's side top-able piece of software. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, sure.
Infallible.
Oh, sure. Layne and DomiWurld are our next set right now. Layne's second appearance on the stream. DomiWurld, our first Sin Kisuke, actually, to grace us with their presence.
Bit surprising it took us this long. Sin's a very strong character this patch. There are a lot of easy on-ramps to play such a character like Sin.
Yes, I believe, was it Hotashi who put him in the tier of you can't lose if you have a brain with this character?
I mean,
it was at a Lord Knight. I'm trying to remember.
Sin is the kind of character that, like, he has everything. The only thing he doesn't have, in air quotes, is a projectile. Because he has Beak Driver, he has Elton. Yeah. Why have a projectile when I myself, the ever-growing Wild Boy, am the projectile?
Projectile, thank you so much. That's pretty fantastic.
Side, goes for the cross-up. That was so strange. The YRC pushed them into the corner because they got the side swap from the turbo fall, but still landed same side. Oh, and that's the cross-up. What's going on with your mix-ups? I'm so confused how you land on whatever side you're choosing.
Listen, man, if he doesn't know what side it lands on, how is the enemy supposed to know?
Math is for blockers.
Math is for blockers, you're absolutely right.
Oh, tries to fuzzy out the 6K catches and kills. Oh, gosh. Respect on round start. They're just escaping. That far slash from Millia, it is quite strong. While Sins is quite strong himself, it is sort of on that medium slow side. I believe the slow frame.
Beautiful clean hit there from DomiWurld, able to sneak in a bite of protein as well to top off some of the HP from the random food draw.
Spectacular IBFD escaping. Layne has them in the corner. Gets the pickup. That's that Iron Savior fast RC, able to set up here. Same side. Oh, and the DP comes out. That's turned into a strong position here. Guard crush and a poke out too.
All right, we're gonna get the full pickup right here. And there it is. The burst finally off of DomiWurld's Sin. He gets the initial hit. He's got the RC stabilized. This should be the round if DomiWurld doesn't mess this up. And there it is.
Making sure to go for the Hawk Baker as well. Being the 2 hits guaranteed, basically, despite the gravity scaling. Makes sure that we get as many hits into that wall break to get the kill. DomiWurld with a good awareness in their routing. Layne not going out without a fight, though. That was a bit touch and go there for both players.
Let's see if one of them will be able to seize a bit more of the momentum in this set. I mean, Sin, he is a tanky enough boy where, again, Millia needs a lot of hits to kill him, and his damage output is pretty high, so Layne, as always with Millia, the lowest health character in the game, on maximum awareness for defense, and beautifully timed burst to put DomiWurld into the corner as well. Layne needs to keep this momentum up as DomiWurld out of stamina, but not out of options.
Yep. Able to fuzzy jump out. That's the classic Millia. They always want to be in the air. Oh, but there's that rising JK. It's a fantastic air-to-air button. Unable to turn it into a combo, but the poke out turns into a kill. Layne getting a little greedy with that fast RC into the 6K. Simple cross-up setup there.
A simple one indeed. Close slash comes through.
Do you see that 6P come out on the wrong side, dude? How does that happen?
I don't know, man. He's just a boy, you know?
He's still learning.
He's still learning indeed. Yeah, he's like, what, 5, 6?
He's the ever-growing wild boy. And did I see Millia running under his 5P?
I saw that a little bit earlier, too. I mean, that hitbox on it, it's not really the greatest representation.
There's that overhead going in.
Oh, but we missed the clean hit, so we don't get the wall break, actually. That's a big opportunity lost for DomiWurld. And there we go. We go for the throw. Layne just professionally checking for a panic burst with the red Roman cancel, but DomiWurld holds on to it, wants it for this final round of game 2.
That conservative burst usage. Close slash ending up clashing and trading with that 2K there.
In a pretty good spot until they forced to spend their own burst as well. Hawkbaker comes on out. There we go.
DomiWurld living up to the ever-growing wild boy, playing a little wild themselves with those DPs. Gets the tyrant barrel through the wall. This is possible curtains here for Millia. The far slash RC. What a deflect guard. So brave by Layne.
Yep. No, not able to beat the YRC out. DomiWurld with full stamina gauge is slowly getting the momentum stripped away from him, though. The deflect shield just in time to deal with the Artemis. What a JS from Layne picking this up. What's the setup, though?
It'll be hard to deal with. Unable to keep it DP safe, accidentally getting hit, perhaps. DomiWurld cleans it up with a wild boy maneuver once more. I swear, I see heavy tandem top on me. I'm blocking. I'm trying to block. I don't know if I'm blocking, but I'm not DPing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was mistiming on Layne's part or just going for a fake setup, and DomiWurld knew better. Either way, the DP coming out with that wild style. Able to secure game 2.
All of these safe jump characters, Millia like kind of safe jumpy despite having a little vulnerability when she moves in the air with her side swaps. Sometimes you just got to keep them honest, you know? I see you're representing the safe setup, but let's just see if it's actually safe for once, you know?
True. All right. DomiWurld in a good spot. Forced Layne to burst early. Will maintain his offensive pressure by bursting as well. Here we go. Through the wall. And a perfect clean hit, too. My God, the damage.
Oh, the 6K catches the backdash, but very far away, unable to get the confirm here. Oh, the tricky setup. He's the projectile, I told you. He's the projectile.
Send me in, man. I'm an EX Hadoken all on my own.
Dr. Netsu embodied. We're running under that 5P still. 5P not like a bad move in this matchup by any means because it's such a great anti-air. But Layne trying to be on the ground a little more.
All right, let's take this through.
There's that JP. Being in the air is hard to deal with when you have such an interactive opponent like DomiWurld. tried to get the JD on the way down, but I think by virtue of crouching, they just simply did not get hit.
Okay, trying to find the next big opening here. Capel, look at the cross-up. He's standing. Domi, what a block, though, on a return to the same side overhead. Burst comes out a little bit delayed, so Layne invested the tension gauge. Still fighting for dear life.
Still difficult to come back with. He is a healthy boy, but you have to get enough hits. The guts are kicking in here. We turn it into a wall. Great usage of the Wild Assault. Layne ties it up on rounds from the brink of defeat.
Okay, let's see. Overhead in that situation, calling out Layne's landing. That was absolutely sick. Mortal counter, no conversion available though for Domi, as we did have a trade, but Layne still locked up in this corner.
And no stamina though, you have to be careful using a special. Hold my breath for a second, comes down, there's that JS counter hit. This is how it starts, being a little patient, trying to get a YRC out, counter hit on the heavy slash. This is gonna be the cleanup. DomiWurld moves on. They're gonna be fighting Jack in an attempt to qualify for winner's side of top 8. I feel like I've seen these two playing recently. I feel like I saw them play at CEO Taku. I'm checking that now. It turns out they did not end up playing at CEO Taku. That's my mistake. But definitely, I'm sure, no stranger to this matchup, because Marvelo being so active in the online community, Slayer's definitely a tournament kind of character, but also the character that just kind of gets you dead, so sometimes you just kind of get dead.
Alright, Punch, we get the perfect back throw punish. Buck 50 Hot Dog is a top 5 in-game name. I can agree with that, Proxy. I can absolutely agree with that.
6P on the other side on the way down. It is very difficult to 6P the tightrope, but when you're on the way off of it, it is... Oh, that was cheeky. That's not invincible on startup anymore.
No, it's not.
There is invincibility. There is invulnerability, but it is not
It's like
on
frame
startup.
9. Yeah, it's like frame 9 or something. Absolutely outrageous. Here we go. Marvelo, though, undetoured. Gets a hard knockdown right here. Needs to make sure that he can kill Clone on the next 2 interactions, because that's what's going to take, unless we get the sequence right here. Take the wall run combo as well. There it is. A tied up round count here in game number 1.
Attempted deflect guard, that little dash forward, giving them not only the air momentum still enabled, but staying close enough so that the deflect guard just did not matter. And that 5H, Marvelo has really been using that 5H to phenomenal success every time I see them on stream. And I don't blame them. 5H is a juicy button for Chipp. Anti-air, unable to get a burst, but gets it now, and Marvelo, positive meter bonus, going to be added to their tools.
All right, and there we go. We see the burst was coming through with that RC. Saw that it didn't make contact with the body, so we just knew, all right, you're bursting. It's an easy block and punish. Marvelo sneaking out a win in game number 1. Truly a ninja.
Yeah, with 100% tension, you just gotta... You gotta spend it. You gotta use it. It's burning a hole in your pocket if you finish the round without using any. We're getting into this game 2 here. This is Cloned. Now, Cloned is no slouch, though. We saw them taking that first round quickly. Cloned had a lot of very strong placements. I want to say at the end of the year, 2024. But I just haven't seen them entering as many tournaments since then. Perhaps they're a little busy.
Life happens and it comes at you fast.
And so does Chipp.
Quite true, quite true.
Chipp's
They have been playing.
Chipp's the kind of character, he comes at you fast.
Nice wall run combo as well. Something that's a little more incentivized for Chipp players to use with the buffs up there. And looking at Clone, actually, they've been playing in some like online events fairly recently. They got 5th place at the Geekly 47, which wasn't too long ago, actually, getting 5th out of the 67 competitors there, as well as 5th out of 41 with the Dandy Altercation number 10. So They've been around in the online scenes in some ways.
They're trying to keep the dandy going. This is dandyism. Oh, they already committed to the 2H. And Marvelo is already in the air. Unfortunately, does not have a very good air-to-air style hitbox, excuse me.
2H right there.
Oh, he hit the Doom.
Yeah, the Doom not gonna work. The same side. Marvelo faking out quite a bit.
Oh, this is close. This is close. You don't get the wall damage, but this super does a lot.
All right.
He gets the approaching 2K counter hit as well. Marvelo's movement and whiff punish game is some of the best in class, I have to say. Marvelo's really, really pushing Chipp to their limit.
Okay. And so Marvelo able to pretty much outfox cloned. He's dancing on the tightrope, which, you know, pardon the joke. Navigating this matchup pretty well. Let's see if he's able to bring it home here with a 3-0 to get himself into top 8 as well, or if cloned with a little bit of a color swap, actually.
We got some denim action, color 11.
Oh, okay, color 11, it baits DPs. Not a second time, though.
And trying to bait burst, though, unfortunately loses their turn in the end. Marvelo being very conservative with how they use it. Air hit on the Hand of Doom, great confirmation. Very strange interaction. Oh, sets up. This is going to deal a lot of damage. Oh, never mind.
Jinxed it. Nice blocks. Oh my god, Marvelo finally gets caught by the overhead, and one final side swap does the ninja in. Let's see if Clone can get in there.
It would have worked. It would have worked if they were just a little close. Like, oh, gets a little tap on the toes. Okay, that's going for the overhead off of the dandy step. Through the corner, through the wall. Okay. Positive bonus. This is where Chipp has been historically so incredibly strong. Gets to the other side too. I swear these tightrope combos, they look so silly to me.
Yes, indeed they do. Marvelo able to slash his way through. Tied up here in game number 3. If Marvelo wins, he gets into top 8 winner side.
Oh, okay. That was a brave posture there, Clone. You do round star pile bunker? That's dandyism right there. Big clean up. This is through the wall, positive meter bonus. This could be 1 or 2 interactions to seal it up. It's just a matter of how we can interact with the wall here. RC though, is this enough? It's going to be. Marvelo are qualified into top 8 here. They're going to be off to fight RedDitto, who took it 3-1 over Lucio. Not quite 9 frames. We'll have to see how this interacts. We have the threat of his humongous buttons here on the round start. Not to mention using this deal to keep things going. Yeah, but when we have Stain applied on you, that's when things get a little hard. Stain applied and a Grave Reaper just there and waiting. And Symphuukai, no stranger to this matchup, able to maneuver around. And something that's so incredibly impressive, things that I see with Symphuukai and Idom that I've noticed for it specifically, they make Testament, who is like a slow character, by all means, look so incredibly fast. And it's making Johnny's range seem also just about irrelevant, the way that Testament is moving around with Symphuukai as a pilot. There's that Grave Reaper trying to keep it still, but the contestant doesn't range through, but there's the counter hit. This turns into offense here for Unbiased here. Oh, and the low Arbiter as well. First comes out, we're gonna be completely free from the Nostrovia. When you can dash through that, if you burst through it, you are still able to get through. Use the BRC to get through. Deals away. And no crouching confirmed. Able to get the overhead. This is how it starts. Johnny, one of the characters that has perhaps the best, one of the best snowballs in the game. Once he has that meter bonus, he's so strong. There's that 5D overhead to seal it out. That's tied up on rounds, but only 50% of their burst gauge. Unbiased here has to fight back. 6P coming out. We have the turn up off of the card on the ground. All these hits. This is so much meter being built here. The punish with the Arbiter as well. Get through here. There's the pop. We're gonna go through the corner with Nostrovia. Call the girls out. We have Stain applied. Hard knockdown. We can run up if we want. The backdash! Johnny has a very far backdash. Works so well with his cute hit. And there's a vault deal. 50% tension on both sides. Doesn't get the turn up there. Not close enough for it again. 6P hits. So much tension on their side. Nice, spends it. We're in the corner. Burst almost built here. Gotta be careful, and spends it at a just about guaranteed point there. 5K puts out the stop sign. This is gonna kill here. Symphuukai sealing out this first round, first game, going up 1-0. Hotly contested. Hotly contested.
One step closer to taking on Cheryo to get into top 8, of course. I'm back, y'all. Thank you for holding down, Dostro.
Dude, this Johnny champion's pretty good, but Symphuukai?
Pretty good.
I don't know.
You know, this Symphuukai champion's pretty good, I think is what you mean to say.
Is this Gap? Is this what they call Gap?
Oh yeah, I shop there. All right.
Testament's a very, like, I love the way that Testament is designed. I think Testament's a very cool character.
Oh yeah, no, they're absolutely
And
fantastic
they're like
to
such an inoffensive character. Oh, we got a color switch? We got a color switch?
Okay, getting on our Lemon Johnny, if you will. Immediate overhead. Okay, color switch leads to some success. Symphuukai gonna invest all the burst into getting Unbiased here off of him. 6K. He's gonna keep Unbiased here with a little bit of control. Both sides trying to find the next big opening.
Yeah, well, this matchup is like I feel it's very good for Johnny. If you just cannot get into that range where your Far Slash or Mistfinder is a threat, it can be very annoying. Symphuukai's been doing a very good job of moving, but Unbiased here now starting to catch on to what's going on.
Let's see here. Unbiased here. Wow.
Yeah, and that instant block actually allowed Symphuukai to not get hit by the turn up.
Yeah. Oh, big catch there with a 2 heavy slash. So this means that Symphuukai is going to be able to drop the succubi. Taking Unbiased here coast to coast. Set up, not even breaking the wall or getting the stick. We just wanted to run one more mix-up.
There's that Far Slash coming in. Bit of a stop sign. Turns it into a victory in this second round. We're back to last round here. Oh, that actually clashed with the strike and didn't hit the projectile. Oh, we're holding our Mistfinder stance and just getting clipped by Arbiter's Sign. What a pickup with the Succubus. Spectacular awareness. Symphuukai just knows all the tricks of the trade. Establishing our corner game. This is where we like to be. This is where Testament is perhaps strongest. Slide. We're fighting back here. There's the stop sign once more, being a little greedy, but the fuzzy 2K allows them to get out. Symphuukai not confident this is going to kill, so just decides to put them in a strong position. There's that safe setup.
Now, oh my gosh, the no fear from Symphuukai just running into Unbiased here and getting the throw to secure game number 2 for themselves.
Symphuukai is making Testament look so incredibly fast. It's just so cool to watch players like Symphuukai, players like IDOM, our premier Testament players. And I said this earlier, and I'll say it again because I do believe this very strongly. When you have characters that are so slow, and you have pilots like Symphuukai that make them look so fast. It is an absolute treat to watch. Oh, trying to go for the Omito buff and the Disaster of Passion buff.
Man, we're channeling every last possible good luck charm into this top 48 loses game. After all, you don't want to fall here. It's simply a 13th place tie. Everyone would love to get in this top 8, but unfortunately, only 8 players allowed, and Symphuukai trying to punch their ticket onwards to get closer to that goal. Off to a great start here, the hard knockdown.
I know people meme about Disaster of Passion, but I like that. I like that song. I think it's a good song.
I do think the hate's overblown a little bit. I feel like it's just the association with May, who everyone hates.
That's
everyone.
fair. I can believe it. Oh, counter hit on the 2H. Turns into a kill here. Symphuukai now on set point. Loser eliminated at 13th place. We'll have to see what happens. Using the Mistfinder as a bit of a stall in the air, but low-profile DLC 2K coming in. What a very strong buff.
Yeah, and I mean, Unbiased here, just on the knockdown alone, was already pressing burst.
Oh,
We
no.
got a little bit of a connection interruption. Did Unbiased? No.
I don't want to believe that they did this. I want to believe that this is simply just an error with the connection. Dude, this is Strive Earth, dude.
This is what we get. This is what we get for just saying, like, oh, look, he wants to dress like Omito. He wants to listen to his passion of disaster.
Jack, definitely one of the happy chaoses to do it best. And I know we have Sonicon also, our EVO Japan qualifier, another happy chaos player, but Jack is the one we get our eyes on the most. Jack is just so powerful when it comes to it, and is just so good at not only managing resources, but playing happy chaos without resources. We just see it here. He's got no bullets and he just gets the hit, uses the RC to recoup it, and now 3 in the chamber.
All right, and look at that. SQ already nearly dead. Jack in a pretty comfortable spot. I mean, just look at that. Doesn't need the bullet, doesn't need concentration. Just get out of here. What is that? Oh.
Happy Chaos buttons are kind of disrespectful. Just the way that they animate. He's just so nonchalant about everything.
Right, though?
He's such a zoomer character, too, dude. The way he, like, poses for everything. He's gonna hit him. There's the 6S. He hits the whip, dude.
Right.
Rising JP, spectacular confirmation, using that BRC slowdown to make it ever easier.
Got him unload with the Deus Ex Machina as well. SQ in a guess around situation. Mortabato blocked and he just wins.
Yeah, that's something that I bet Jack has definitely labbed that out. I saw it happening. I saw it in real time and I thought, there's no way this hits behind her, does it? In fact, it does not. Jack makes it. It's two quick games. That's 1-0 right now.
All right, making a pretty good statement right here. I mean, Jack, what? How many TNSs has he won? Does anyone even know that number off the top of their head? Too many to count.
Jack has to be one of the winningest players for TNS out there. I think they did the TNS wrap up for 2024 of like who won the most tournaments. Jack had to have been up there.
Would love to see that one. Let's see if he's able to maintain that streak throughout 2025. SQ, though, finally has a chance to play her game, which involves Jack not playing at all. Oh my god. The sword detonation and lining up perfectly with the 6B. You know, I want to give the benefit of the doubt. I feel like SQ, she has that timing down.
SQ is a lab monster. She knows the ins and outs of this character. She's definitely someone who is no stranger to how RAM works and is always sharing their tech too. Like once a week, maybe every other week, I see some random niche RAM tech posted on Twitter by SQ. Oh, the fuzzy overhead, hot block and overhead on the way down, using that shot to keep them standing.
Jack trying to see if SQ's gonna wiggle on this. Get him with the tap dust. SQ,
yeah, she's not dead. It's gonna be close though. It's like 5% of their health left. This is a really good gut crush though, and Ram is not healthy.
Yep, and now Jack again has whatever mix-up he wants, goes for the same side low. Eventually the tap dust again finds its mark, a perfect for Jack. And Air Claws with a perfectly timed $20 contribution to the match arena. Thank you so much. Currently sitting up. Where's the number on my screen? Am I covering it with my Twitch chat thing? No, I'm not. I thought we had it on the screen. Hold up.
We'll see that number, but it's definitely over $50 here now.
Yeah.
Jack coming in. There's that Pogo Hopper. I thought to myself, oh man, this little J2K was definitely a nerf, but it turns out to be a very strong tool, because while Happy Chaos loves to have characters standing, it doesn't really matter because he builds so much meter, but now you're losing all of that health meter because of this damage. SQ seals it up, tiesing it 1 apiece now.
1-1. And let's see who's going to get the 2-1 lead. As we get a couple of other updates happening in the loser's side of the bracket. Poncho was able to fight their way into the top 8, so we do have a Zato in this top 8. It's pretty cool to
Poncho's
see.
Been cooking.
Yeah,
I swear.
Always.
One of these Poncho's on KingKoa's planet with the weights, I swear.
Oh man, everything like that. Yo man, that last episode of Diamond about to drop too. Oof. Dragon Ball fans be eating right now, at least if you're an anime watcher. Meanwhile, SQ under duress, eating bullets for the most part. Is Jack?
Yeah, I swear, a tumbleweed flew through the screen in that moment. Where's the Neo Morricone when you need him?
Hiding from us.
Oh, tried to get the air throw. Jack was chasing. Not enough, though. SQ sends him down to 50% of that life bar. Stuck to the corner. Trying to put that stop sign out. We don't have the threat of H-Sword, though. Still plenty of scary options, and it comes back. Sent out right away. 5D, how it be, and it be killing here.
Okay. SQ does have enough burst to go for a red Wild Assault if she so chooses. Jack just crossed the threshold for his blue Wild Assault. But SQ just needs the swords, gets Jack under lockdown. This is Ramlethal's game now. One thing about Happy Chaos, right, is that he doesn't really have the best of defense when you're under duress. He has excellent normals to contest with, and his reward is spectacular, but no invisible reversals. He has to rely on the system mechanics and good reads in the hands of the player in order to make his escapes.
Happy Chaos's defense is only as good as the player's defense is.
Yes. Yes.
Jack's defense tends to be so incredible, but SQ is putting on a force here and a clinic, showing that while Ram was like previously and historically sort of a mids machine, Ram has mix now. If you're in the corner, Ram has mix. Not just strike throw. She has more than just strike throw, but the high lows that SQ has shown us have been so strong.
All right.
Perfection and peace in the background. That's Jack OP. Shout out to Ant. I saw you in chat earlier, Ant. I know this is your favorite song in the game.
Big counter hit here, forcing the burst out from Jack. Oh, okay, SQ finding a brave mash right there, not able to get the Daro to connect. Fades the throw, and now she's back in the driver's seat.
Here's the mix going in. Delay overhead with that slight air dash back. Unfuzzyable, I have to believe.
With that delayed timing, absolutely.
All the way to the corner, using those plus frames. This is the cursed mix that we saw on Twitter earlier. She went for it.
And Jack blocked it. Okay, I guess he follows her Twitter as well. You passed the follower check, but you didn't pass the final mix-up right there. SQ all of a sudden at set point could send Jack to losers very early in this top 8.
This ramp champion, dude.
Right, though? Oh, God. Yeah, Jack denying the wall break, does not want to give SQ positive bonus, would rather have his turn to play instead. And the bullet RNG not actually tracking SQ's backdash, but still Jack able to close the gap, reload the gun as well with Deus Ex Machina. Okay, he's got a foothold in this game now.
Yeah, this is still some work to be done here. Uses the plus frame. This is close to killing. I'm betting rock, dude. Man, that's 3 times. That's three times tonight.
It's okay, man. It's okay. You put yourself out there, though. No one can take that away from you. No punish there on that, but okay. Blue RC shenanigans, they trade Jack with enough life to live.
Regardless of the kill or not, Jack is still in a position where it's so hard for SQ to even come back. Playing this Footsies game, trying to understand the ranges.
Big pick with the JTK. Full pickup as well. Deus Ex Machina. Reload the gun by emptying them completely because logic.
It's magic.
Ooh, magic, true.
It's the gunslinging broken Masada. Tries to catch a backdash there. Goes for a throw this time. Safe on that close slash. Gets the cross through. Arena slump for it.
Yeah, we got pretty healthy focus gauge. Aggressive burst from Jack as well. The bullet staying on to SQ. She deflects shielded the high-low mix, but Happy Chaos keeping the pressure on. I brought a gun to a fist fight.
Yeah, but we're out of bullets here. This is a tough mix-up. Gets the cross up.
Oh, but we don't get the full pickup. Now both of Ram's swords are down. SQ trying to buy time. The Red Wildsoul will connect. She has meter as well. Mortabato. Only one sword at most was on that one. So Jack, one last chance.
Yeah, but we're stuck to the corner once more. IB's out.
Blocks
the
low.
50-50. Tries to press out. 2P mash. No bullets though.
Yo, Jack has to FD everything.
IB's
running out of meter.
Well, just gets chipped out by the H sword toss SQ. 3-1 with a nail biter.
Y'all, I was ready to say you can't keep getting away with this. Guaranteed fifth. That's a nice step up.
And Chipp is the kind of character that you cannot play Chipp lazily. You have to be paying attention when you get to the later stages of bracket, because Chipp is a character that will absolutely die. Some of the lowest health in the game, and you really have to be aware of how you want to and how you can whiff punish and play that range game where Chipp is so effective due to how fast he is.
Yeah, Marvelo going for the high octane mix. We saw the quick cancel to the overhead part of the Rekka. Not quite able to kill, but there it is. Alpha Blade on the cross up. The mental stack too high for RedDitto, that interaction.
So many different options when Chipp has you knocked down like that. Blocks the overhead. Yeah, when Ram is at that distance and you have the guard crush, you might as well block high and then decide when the low's coming as she gets closer to you. Here comes the hard knockdown. Mortabato with no swords, no damage as well.
Good tech on the throw. Marvelo under duress though, and there it is, that overhead. We've seen SQ use it to great effectiveness. RedDitto doing the same. No sword, so Marvelo is going to live. But for how much longer? Hold up.
Had so much forward momentum on that. Here's a counter hit. This is solid damage here, but RedDitto still lots of life on them. The hard knockdown is going to be very good for Marvelo. So here's a very strong positioning for him.
Yeah, Marvelo understood the assignment, saw the full tension gauge from RedDitto, knew a Mortabato was coming with an RC behind it. Still, despite the good read, RedDitto will find a round-winning throw to take us down to a final round.
There's the confirmation off of the far slash, and S sword already used. Such a high burst, so hard to see what's going on, and Marvelo uses that to his advantage, ends up blocking, putting them through the wall. This is a strong position here for Marvelo.
Only 50% tension gauge for RedDitto to play with. They do cross the 50% burst threshold as well, but it might be too late for that as Marvelo gets the tightrope wall climb and secures himself game one over RedDitto.
And Marvelo doing a very good job of not only keeping his pressure on, getting the whiff punishes, and making every hit count. We'll be queuing up right away here.
Yep,
both these players, they want in.
Hell yeah, y'all get in there too. And make sure y'all get into that match arena as well. All the codes have been claimed. Doesn't mean though that you can't still donate directly to boost up this prize pool. Y'all starting to see who's gonna get in this money, chat. Okay, RedDitto, not able to complete that full combo. but still to get the best positioning onto Marvelo. Look at him locked up in the corner. Mortabado with the swords, not enough to kill, but RedDitto in a pretty damning spot.
And there's that first round taken in commanding fashion. RedDitto looking solid as ever. Oh, puts up the stop sign. Little 5K. Little leggy.
What a run up though from Marvelo, able to catch.
It's on the rope. It's so strong to just have the rope out. Marvelo's just been really leaning into it when he has the space. Not only just having it out, just making sure that it's effective. Because it's such a good pressure tool as well. Fuzzy's out.
Oh. RedDitto. Wow, Marvelo actually busting out with the Beta Blade, and RedDitto answering in kind with the Mortabado.
Instant blocking the AR Lumo second hit is no longer a guaranteed throw punish, but it is still minus, and there is still a gap. Marvelo very intelligent, but it does not prove fruitful. That's one on the board for both players here.
And you mean, you got to think about this in Marvelo's situation as well. If you win this matchup, you're able to take down Ram. Guess what? Another one's waiting for you in Winners Final already.
Yeah, there's a lot of Ram Valentine going around today.
I think she's our most represented character in this top 8 tonight. Jack is on the Happy Chaos. SQ and RedDitto are on Ram. Marvelo on the Chipp. Dany on Maza, probably representing the Kai Kisuke as always. Symphuukai with the Testament. Poncho with Zato, and then cloned
with Slayer.
Slayer, yeah. So 2 Ramlethals, the most represented character in this top 8 tonight.
Good swipe on the way up. Instant super, making sure that Marvelo does not spend burst so we can get this guaranteed positive meter bonus. Very intelligent.
Okay, Marvelo will invest his burst, and honestly though, with how low life Chipp, this is a pretty heroic burst for Marvelo to go for. Okay, that was nasty. That was nasty. I got thrown.
BRC turns into a combo and turns into potential victory. There it goes. That's 1 round through. We have all this space going in. We do it again.
Another one.
That's so cheeky. Using the underside of the rope to wall run down. That's really cute. Oh, burst comes out. Yup.
Just in time. So Marvelo invested that tension gauge for nothing.
5H comes out. That 5H button is something else. I tell you what.
Nice routing there for RedDitto, trying to optimize the damage. With the wall break, both swords will be re-equipped to Ram. Oh, we see.
He's gonna get punished.
Yeah, Marvelo. Yeah, but still gets caught by that 5K, so RedDitto is going to take a quick lead.
That's 2-1 right now. RedDitto's looking very strong. That first game had a lot in Marvelo's favor, but right now RedDitto has returned their momentum to their part of the court. We'll have to see how Marvelo's fighting back. They've gotten a lot of chips in, no pun intended, but still, RedDitto with the overwhelming offense is able to seal it out quite quickly, and I think in large part due to the squishiness of Chipp.
Looking for that burst, but Marvelo's going to give a Beta Blade instead. The throws are starting to connect. I don't think RedDitto minds it too much, but at some point you got to start doing something about it, lest Marvelo just throw you to death.
There's that burst coming out. We have plenty of tension for RedDitto, but we'll have to see if we can use it. There's that throw again.
Oh no! We got caught by Mortabado.
That was the worst possible scenario for Marvelo.
He just wanted to mix, and instead he got forced through the wall. Almost gave himself the round loss there by completely throwing the momentum into RedDitto's favor. Absolutely unfortunate.
It would have been a completely different game if the Mortabado had sent him towards center stage, but because the wall broke That was so powerful for RedDitto. An instant swing in their favor. But right now, speaking of favorable swings, this is plenty of damage and the super as well. Marvelo is spending this pretty frequently, especially off the wall like that. You do have a quite favorable position off of it.
Yeah, but look at that. We've carried ourselves so far back. We're in the other corner. RedDitto has a second sword on lock. Starts to implement Marvelo's own throw gain against him, but Beta Blade fails his escape.
And that small dash block actually proving super strong for them, evading the explosion, but now we have to deal with it again. Not quite close enough.
Beta Blade somehow whiffing against RedDitto's 6B. Running the offense right here, we dash forward, and I think RedDitto thought a throw was coming, but instead it was 2K catching the ankles, so Marvelo not out of this yet.
Yeah, but still no burst for Marvelo, basically. It's going to be very hard for him to stay alive if he gets put into the corner like this.
Yes, indeed. Jump, landing here. Burst, get off of me, get the throw as well. RedDitto in a really good spot. The sword is applied. Marvelo's defense, though, holding strong until the rock finally catches us. RedDitto could close us out. Not yet.
Yeah, I think if they had both swords, that might have killed, but now we're still stuck in a very similar position. DP's out. There's that 2K trying to put up the stop sign.
And oh my god, those threatening little empty dashes, threatening so many cancels and options, causing Marvelo to blink as he's getting pushed closer to the corner where the sword was detonating. RedDitto finally cracks the psyche, gets the throw off, and will take that winner semifinal set 3-1.
Go very far. It's not all that great, while it did have that boost from the hatch. It is still quite vulnerable.
Poncho already investing burst. Finally gets to play their game, and Clone will spend a burst right back. Far slash is going to lead to a full pickup here from Clone. We get the reset.
Oh, you're dead from this, right? Oh, unfortunate drop. Tries to press out. And throws them out of the dandy step. That was so brave.
All right, we get the side swap to break the wall with Sun Void, and so now Poncho hard knockdown, full eddy gauge.
Trying to bait the YRC, and Clone getting clipped on the head with the overhead. That 5D Poncho, while on the back foot for a large portion of that game, turned it around.
Unfortunately, a short-lived universe counter, not leading to much, but Poncho, feeling the pressure, does burst again. Trying to run this offense right here, but we're able to step on back, crushing Eddie. Okay.
Master's Hammer actually hitting Eddie there. Oh, you're dead for that. Oh!
Yeah, razor-thin margins of error. Poncho needs to hit so many interactions, whereas Clone just needs to get that right hit to really close it out, and this hit's looking like the Wandastro.
Yeah, we built that tension too. We get the hard knockdown, and it's basically one touch and Poncho's dead. We have to survive this. Burst incoming though. Tries to go for against the burst with the Wild Assault.
Poncho's mash actually saving the burst gauge, keeping it fully intact, and getting him this opportunity to run offense here. The unblockable comes through.
Yeah, catching the backdash with the end of a pose there. Trying to stay airborne. 5P doesn't quite connect. Gold burst comes out, and because it was gold, it's still safe.
And look at that, Poncho with a beautiful read, seeing that Clone's burst was about to come back, waited on that approach instead of swinging to catch and punish it as well. Absolutely insane sequence at the very end there, but Poncho clutching it up.
Yeah, Poncho's looking mighty strong here. Clone had a lot going for them, but Poncho a little bit forward with the way that they're moving towards this match. Able to actually maneuver in such a way that Slayer's having a bit of trouble catching. This match, not something you see very often. Sort of the decline of Zato was at the beginning of Season 3 when they made the Eddie recovery timer a lot heavier, and Slayer didn't come out until the end of Season 3.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people kind of surprised at the scene about the match playing this way so far, but Poncho, I mean, he's just that good.
Oh, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
The hard knockdown here, Clone yet again under duress. The YRC completely baited.
It's so hard to defend against Zato. YRC is sort of your only hope. YRC and Burst, but there are so many points where it's so difficult for them to actually be meaningful. Oh, big counter hit. Instant burst. That's the Zato burst right there. The moment you get hit, we're bursting out.
A couple of jabs here as the Mappa Punch was able to clear out Eddie. 6P to check.
Catches the backdash too.
Oh, very cheeky setup, but oh my gosh, Clone with the back throw actually able to put Poncho into this corner. This could be the opening that they needed, but... Okay, hammer. Able to get a little bit of something there. Caught him jumping as well with a blue wad assault. That's going to be the round.
Bit of a burst expenditure, though, from Clone, so they're just under 25%. Poncho getting stuck there against the wall allows them to build more burst in the end. Oh, unfortunate. And it's the input for deflect guard can be very tricky to get when you want it most, and quite often I find that I get it when right after I actually want it. Well, in that case, it didn't even matter to even just get grabbed.
Just get grabbed, yeah. So Clone calling out the second deflect shield that Poncho attempted, and just like that, we're all tied up. Slayer round to give Slayer a game.
We're on ones. It's one game apiece here.
All right, game number 3. Poncho starting off pretty well.
But not this neutral control. Oh, not quite close enough. The end of a post didn't confirm into a hit. Oh, right into the Amorphous. Unfortunately didn't combo, but it is still plus frames.
Yeah, indeed, and Poncho making the most of it here. Oh my gosh, absolutely disgusting, and there was going to be even more layers behind that blue Roman cancel. Doesn't matter, Poncho with a perfect.
Gameplay, turning it into a mix-up there. Spectacular usage of the damn thing, and just the way that Zato's designed right now, they really want you to play with damn thing. Oh, Amorphous. Trying to stay around burst here. 5D.
Nice. Okay, look at that, Poncho immediately bursting very early, just to smother Clone, and Clone retaliates in kind, gets a set of pile bunker loops going. Nice defense so far, but everybody gets caught sometimes. And oh my god.
Ouch. There's that overhead follow-up off of Dany's step. So good as an anti-air. And the super jump doesn't quite catch it.
Oh yeah, okay. Clone though able to get a close slash hit. We stayed on the same side as well. Poncho was in such a dominant spot.
You better be dead here.
0 for 4.
It's a good thing I ain't going to Level Up Expo. I'd be doing very poorly at those casinos, brother. But you folks at home, you can show up to Level Up Expo. You can take my place.
Yeah, now everyone in chat kind of going, hold up, this is what Poncho has to fight? Every damn kind?
Slayer's got that oops factor, man. Sometimes he just hits you, and sometimes you just die. It's really a matter of who hits who first, and Poncho just hasn't gotten those meaningful hits often enough, and just the way that the matchup works out, since he has no life. Eddie has Zato has no life basically. Like the hits that matter the most matter more with Slayer.
Poncho under duress is a big counter hit. Clone gonna optimize and capitalize. Oh my god, Poncho's dead again.
Oh, it just happens. Blink and you miss it, I swear. Ooh, yes. Put that oppose up. Oh, it gets the anti-air with the leap too. That was so cheeky. That is a great hitbox to hurtbox ratio there on the leap. Not dead yet though. Slayer's got that health, man.
Yeah, he does, and you know what? This is all the hell he needs. All right. He needs a little more than that. A perfect for Poncho. That's good.
Yeah, we want to have this space to set up, but the way that Slayer gets to sort of fling himself at the opponent, it can be hard to get any sort of meaningful eddy operation at mid-screen.
Sunvoid to maintain the offense. Finally catch Clone pressing something.
Goes for the unblockable, and that's what happens when you don't get grabbed.
Poncho with the wall slam. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Poncho needs to defend perfectly. Finds the jabs to stop Clone swapping sides.
It's dangerous to be in the air like that. He's got so many good anti-airs. Oh, but with the oppose up, there's no fear near. Poncho ties up. It's 2-2 here. Losers are eliminated at 7th place.
Winner will advance on to take on Jack. So that is a tall order in of itself. I'm pretty sure that anyone down here would not have expected to see him this soon in top 8. On the loser side, of course.
And we'll have to see what happens. This is the last game between our players on screen. Ooh, that was a trade in the favor of Cloned, I have to say, but still pushing them to the corner. Ready to move forward. Poncho getting clipped low, trying to get some sort of defensive option out, but unfortunately goes through the wall for their troubles, and now this is going to hurt. Well, great, right. But it don't matter. That close slash hits so high.
So the oppose. Clap on him. Big jumping though. Clone off to a great start. Poncho tried to deflect shield. Thought a cross-up was coming, but instead the blue Wild Assault actually saving them. They backdash away. They're able to jump and escape into the arms of a far slash. Clone
same
side.
Yeah, a lot of the time that close slash OTG, you see them go opposite side, and we get the throw this time. Cloned takes it in 2 quick rounds. That's Poncho eliminated at 7th. Clone off to fight. These are some grinders, man.
I'm not tripping, right? Dany Maza, our last Mexico representative in the bracket. I think so, right? Poncho and Clone, they were USA, yeah?
Ooh, there's the knockdown there. Oh, are we going to the wall? We're just taking the knockdown. Unfortunately, they didn't make it. Gapless got a little too close. There's the DP coming out. Symphuukai turns that into a super, turns that into Stain State, and now this is mighty comfortable on the side of Testament.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like an important part of beating Dany Maza, the player, is being correct in your reads about when he is going to DP, because he is so good at alternating his defensive options. It feels nearly impossible to correctly scout those out, but Symphuukai demonstrating they have the ability to do so.
A bit of a clash there, removes the states with the DLC 2K. A bit of a check there, able to seal out that first round.
Kind of good spot until Dany. A big hit, charge stun edge coming on through, another throw.
Look at this pressure going in. Shock State gives them an extra plus frames. Oh, counter hit on the way down that air. Grave Reaper, not enough to do it. That's tied up on rounds, but Symphuukai, full burst going into it. Dany not quite. Has nearly a wild assault for a confirm here.
Teleport in.
Okay.
That was very slick, actually. Able to dodge the fireball by just warping into position on screen. They trade, but the multiple hits of charged tonnage mean that Dany had some ground. Symphuukai, though, keeping territory for themselves. Stain State wins in the fireball war, so now Dany under duress.
That H-Grave Reaper to keep them grounded. So powerful in the corner. We're going through the wall here. That's Stain applied. Burst recovered. Dany on the hard knockdown. Trying to bait out the YRC there. That is safe to it.
K2D, and we saw the burst was coming through with that red Roman cancel. Symphuukai taking game 1 over Dany.
I'll say it again. Symphuukai makes Testament look so much faster than they actually are. It's incredible. It's an absolute treat. It's a pleasure to watch.
Let's see just how much more offensive momentum we can keep on our side.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Strategy Max, thank you for the $10 contribution to the match arena. We just crossed 60, y'all.
Teleport feint, staying in the side, or returning to the corner. Shock State applied. There's that 6P coming out. That's how Testament works. What a spectacular button. But the counter hit turns into a Shock State through the wall hard knockdown. And that makes Kai so powerful.
Bring up the charge stun edge, allowing us to get that heavy vapor thrust. And Dany, pretty convincing round 1 there. He's not out of it just yet.
Gonna stay out. Some neutral going on. Dany slowly pushing Symphuukai to the corner. Trying to stay in their advantage state, but quick whiff punish there turns into a confirmation. There's that 6H knockdown. That turns into a safe jump.
Safe jump indeed. Symphuukai just endless block string pressure here. Dany tried to contest with a cheeky stun dipper reversal. Oh my god, Symphuukai not letting Dany get away with his trademark aggression on defense, keeping him suffocated.
Yeah, that slash Grave Reaper keeping the stun dipper in check, as well as able to pick up and stay safe to the DP. Symphuukai being so tricky with how they approach things and how they control this wildness, the wily Dany.
Oh my god. Anti-air and a side swap to maintain a little bit more combo time. That was pretty slick, Symphuukai. Dany being very respectful of that. Testament 6B invests all of his Wild Assault just to build the bar to get into Ride the Lightning for a little bit of positive bonus.
Yeah, this is a very strong position. We're going to try and loop this out. Stun Dipper RC, so brave, turning it into a heavy stun edge.
Dipper punished. Got a big counter hit here. Yeah, look at that. Dany was looking for that burst all the way down. Symphuukai not giving it, instead gives him the 6P and the succubus with him.
We're gonna get Stain applied. We're gonna go through the wall if we want it. No, we elect to stay on the ground. YRC just barely hitting, and the instant burst allows Symphuukai to keep offense and stay alive.
Oh, but Dany able to escape the corner, gets the close slash, and with it, game number 2 for himself.
I had to hold my breath for a moment, I swear. Yeah, Dany accidentally getting clipped by one of the H Grave Reapers, and Symphuukai unable to turn that into an effective pressure. Dany able to get out that counter hit to seal it. So patient with how we move forward. And while we do recognize that Dany is very wily and a very tricky player to keep pinned down, you have to remember Dany is also quite patient when it comes down to things.
Yeah, like that's the hard part about like trying to open him up on defense, right? Like I've talked about how aggressive he is, but his timing with it usually is so like undetectable. Like I've commentated brackets where he's got entire top 8s. Not one of his DPs got baited, but he was successful with a lot of them. Symphuukai seems to be in the zone tonight as far as that's concerned.
IBFD on the red well assault, impressive. Burst to stay away from positive meter bonus. Symphuukai just wants to fight it out of the corner. Oh, and they're doing quite a good job of it too. Nostrovia comes out, and this is going to be right back to the corner as well.
Yeah,
Fortunate drop there.
But Dany under duress. Symphuukai maximizing all the damage they can until that burst comes alive. And look at this, ride the lightning. Again, baited. Dany just can't get away with all of his challenges.
I mean, there's something a little extra in the water tonight, I swear. But Dany's just so willing to put out these DPs, and you gotta be on your toes when you're trying to pressure him. So I don't blame the way that he plays. It's just Symphuukai has all of the answers at the moment when it comes to keeping Dany knocked down and keeping the knockdown relevant.
Finally, a DP goes Dany's way, and now he's able to get his offense going. 2 throws in a row. Tap dust a third time. Leads to a short little pickup here. The wall taking too much damage beforehand for much more than that.
And Dire Claw able to turn it into a shock state knockdown.
Dany just wants to connect with his stun dipper, but Symphuukai not letting him. He goes to the right of lightning.
Stay safe. It doesn't matter. We stay safe because they get hit.
By the fireball, yeah, and we catch Dany moving with the 5K. The Stain State finishes the job before Dany even has a chance to react. Now Symphuukai up 2-1.
Symphuukai's moving quick. Symphuukai is being ever so patient and showing that their offense isn't just all go. There is some reservation. There is a winding path to drive down. And Dany is starting to respect that Symphuukai is aware of how wily they are and not choosing to press and just trying to escape. And we've escaped to a different character now. It's kind of the reverse of what you might expect. My dad can beat up your dad. It's my son can beat up you.
So Dany gonna give this Symphuukai a try. Symphuukai though making short work of Dany's burst gauge and hearing the 6P.
Okay, there's the pickup through the wall.
All right, our knockdown. Pick up Hawk Baker. The blocks on the overheads.
Block, yes, we're moving in. Burst expended. We're just trying to fight out here. There's that ID.
No clean hit though.
100% tension there. That's a little bit. Just to defend. Great fast RC. Pushing forward, able to take it closer to the corner and get some of that real estate back. The IAD over. That's a counter hit.
Okay, the Sin from Daniel Maza gets the first round on the board. Needs to do it 4 more times in this set in order to steal the game back.
Catches that far/poke attempt with the Unholy Diver. We're reapplying Stain State. Here's the girls. Just stays safe from DP.
Gets caught on landing though. Baits the DP,
yes.
punishes the close slash. Nice.
That is a safe jump. People aren't usually ready for that one. Testament does have some pretty simple and pretty effective safe jump setups, and right in your face, that's 2 stocks of stamina used.
Close slash. And there we go, Dany able to bait out the burst. This will be a huge opportunity for him.
A little bit of a snack there. Be a little patient. That 2H is -3 only, but that range from Dany able to turn it into a victory. We're at 2s on the board. This is our final game here between Symphuukai and Dany.
Winner of this will advance on to take on Marvelo in Liz's quarterfinal. So let's see who keeps their bracket run alive in tonight's TNS.
Yeah, the Kai and Sin pick, they do sort of share a lot of overlap in game plan. Just without the Fireball, you have, instead of Fireball, you have access to Elk Hunt being Stun Dipper, but easily confirmable, easily safe, and now easily damaged here. Symphuukai's already at 20% their life.
Yeah, and Dany making short work of that last 20%. Gonna go up around.
Here it is. We're trying to fight back. Symphuukai moving forward. Turns that into a knockdown. Oh, unfortunately does not get Stain applied, but we'll get it here. And punishes the 6P attempt, re-application of Stain. And now we have the life lead. 2H, great Distorant on it as well.
There we go, the Succubus comes out. Symphuukai not out of this one yet. Dany, Pixel in a Dream.
Do some shenanigans with our RC. No, we're not. We just keep it solid. That's final game, final round. We're even on resources. Winner of this stays alive.
6K keeping Dany in control. Good defense of Symphuukai though, my lord. Until
there's that tick throw set up. The 6K is plus, but now we're just trying to stay in. Not quite a kill, a sliver of life left. Symphuukai has to try and escape, but the far slash is just enough range. That's 3-2. A lot of the ways that they tone it down, I think, make it less oppressive, all things considered.
yes. Yeah, and again, taking away some of that defense by displacing the invulnerability frames to a later activation point in the Super Mappa Hunch. You know, so that the character, like when he's on defense, you have to know what you're doing in order to escape instead of saying, let's bust out. Speaking of, Jack perfectly checks the dandy step with the 2K. Matter of fact, hold on. Yo, we just got hit with 10 ads. Sorry, y'all. Don't be broke. Just subscribe to Tampa. For those of you already here, welcome to the Cool Kids Club. YouTube's confused. Anyways. First out from Clone. Lets him get this next big hit onto Jack, actually. Missing the life bar. Jack, though, his saving grace is that this isn't a hard knockdown, and he's got full tension. Blue RC. No, it didn't catch Clone, who barely walked back to avoid it. They trade, and so Clone will actually take round one on Jack. Opportunity here for Clone, going for multiple overheads. Jack defending though. Blue RC, the Goomba stomp, not quite a full pickup. Find him right here. Blue Waddle Soul. He's Jack on the offensive here. We're going to drop the Deus Ex Machina for the hardest of knockdowns. Big counter hit on the jump in as well, so Jack tying up our round count. Oh, backdash caught by the hammer. We try to escape, I think, into a Hand of Doom potentially. The backdash again caught as Jack makes a deep run with the close slash, putting Clone through this wall with a hard knockdown again. Still not over yet, y'all. This is Slayer we're talking about. Oh, man. He almost had a full pickup on that trade. That would have been crazy. What a beautiful interception, though. Jack again with that 2K. Stopping Clone's dandy stepping. YRC to save the day. Blue Waddle Soul to get things started off. We catch the backdash. Clone, like I said, y'all, he's not out of this yet.
Oh, that was tricky.
Oh,
that was tricky.
Unbelievable. He got Jack to blink. Jack wanted to defend high-low with a deflect shield, but blood-sucking universe eating that up.
I mean, Jack has incredible defense, but there's only so much you can do to stop Slayer.
Yes, indeed.
Not even that. That testament to the Costco hot dog. It stays $1.50 all this long. Slayer is just so hard to deal with at every point of history.
Yeah. And y'all know I did just check out Clone's StarGG profile. My apologies. I was using the wrong pronouns to refer to her. That is on me. Thank y'all for pointing that out. Clone, she is doing amazing this set. Oh, I say that right now as she is getting comboed by Jack.
That's the weight we bear as commentators. We can only say so much without worry. Applying all of our debuffs, all of our buffs, and now we're through the wall.
Right, cloned. Oh, she gets caught by the cross-up. Blue RC to try and save herself here.
Oh, scary positioning. Okay, able to not get hit there. And the dash Kara plus the universe does it twice in a row.
Oh, she a thirsty girl. Okay.
Slayer's just never out of the game.
Nah,
That's just
Slayer.
kind of the way he is. The way Slayer is as a character.
Quite true, yeah. All right, but Jack, he's hanging in here, sending Clone through the wall. She's trying to close the gap. Far slash into Blue Auto Soul. Jack backdashing perfectly to defend. He'll take his turn on offense, catching frame trap there. Clone might have been trying to press throw to tech.
Here we are, curse applied, clip reloaded. Catches the low.
Okay. Yeah, and look at that. He's just making sure checkmate is set up. After all, against Slayer, Slayer only needs a little bit of help, and he can pop off in an instant. So Jack just making sure that Clone doesn't get the jump.
Yeah, both of these characters are give him an inch, they'll take a mile. Clone just mashing on the Hand of Doom over and over. Oh, we'll reload it here. This is danger. Goes for the low, goes for the low. Hand of Doom gets out. We're re-equipping and re-focusing there.
Oh, what a curse situation. Jack tried to go for the cross-up roll, but Clone, her backdash, already getting enough space as she puts Jack through the blender. She's up 2-0.
Man, we've been... This tournament's going long, and Clone's trying to make up for lost time here, I swear. This Slayer champion.
Everyone's busting up over that.
Yeah. That backdash was insane. Like, he tries to roll through, backdashes through, because Slayer is fully intangible from like collision in their dashes.
Everyone in Twitch is abuzz right now. Could Jack possibly go out of this bracket? Hannah Doom close slash cloned off to a great start. She had a burst bait but didn't fully commit to it. Jack finds it with the delayed timing. We're back to full screen. Havoc Chaos's favorite part of the screen.
Oh, that traded with the pile bunker. That was favorable for Clone too, and you're dead, right?
Yeah. Oh, you are so dead, Clone. She's at set point.
Man, this Slayer champion dude gets the counter hit too. 2K pickup. Overhead, yup. You know that? Didn't they make 2H smaller? I swear, didn't they make it smaller? It doesn't look like it.
No. Well, what did they do? Oh, I know they did something to it. It's been too long. My brain's too foggy. I've had a weekend. Jack has had enough.
Someone in chat. They did something to 2H in the patch. You can look it up for us, but it's still so good. Recovery increase?
Yeah, it was recovery. That's right, which is like such a nothing change. Like you just don't stagger.
It's special cancelable. How much recovery does it need?
Yeah, right? Jack, he's at death's door. The Hand of Doom trying to find him. He'll jump over the Mappa Hunch. What a clutch play. Still in this.
This is perhaps the final round. Jack trying to stay alive. Great spacing there on the K Mappa, but the punish there, Jack able to escape the cross-up.
Okay, Jack suddenly in control. He's able to get the bullets on a clone. Should be sent into this wall, not quite stuck to it yet. Curse is gonna miss, but we still get the hard knockdown.
Hip fire from Jack is so powerful. They are very keyed into where the reticle is on screen. Oh, what a pickup too. Jack is able to stay alive. That's one on the board.
Just like that, a very dangerous shift has occurred in the set as Jack gets a little bit of momentum for himself.
Jack is no stranger to the reverse 3-0. I've seen them pull off some very strong comebacks. But still, Clone is mighty powerful, mighty strong. She's put up an entire force that Jack has to deal with, and it's not gonna be easy.
Elite 4K calling up to say, I don't know who to root against. That's wild.
Oh, there's that 2S right outside of the K-Mappa range. Jack put the button out that mattered. Same side, a little cheeky there. We're through the wall here. This is positive bonus. No focus buff, no stain applied, or excuse me, curse applied.
Oh my lord, look at this. Again, Jack riding the momentum of that previous game through this round as well. Clone, she's letting this slip away from her all too quickly. She needs to stabilize.
Yeah, but I mean, we already said this. Slayer is never out. Slayer's never out. He's so scary. Look at how he presses.
He's at that range, exactly where a Slayer wants to be.
Yeah, and elects to not go for pile bunker loop, staying on the same side, just to make sure that burst doesn't put them back against it. And now we're tied up. This is final game, or final round of the game, potential final game. While Clone is trying to just send this out without a comeback.
There you go. Jack with the cross up. He's going to catch Clone. So she'll be sent into the wall and through it. On the back of a Deus Ex Machina. Welcome to the hard knockdown life.
And Clone has gone for gold burst in this situation quite frequently. Oh,
Speak
it gets
of.
it out a little delayed there, rather than taking the free one, but we're just returning to the situation. This is hard knockdown, no burst available. They have 100% tension, but Jack is not going to make that very easy to use.
Oh, and the deflection from Clone creating space, but Jack being airborne hovers there, catches Clone's approach with the J2K. Just like that, we're tied up 2-2.
Yeah, this is... Jack's not going down without a fight. This is a slobber knocker. They are boxing. This is close quarters. This is in your face, high octane, Guilty Gear action here. This is just losers quarters.
Duel 1.
Let's see who is going to close out this set. Clone, she loses her burst fairly early on. And Jack, he's starting to pick apart that life bar.
Clone is very liberal with their usage of Hand of Doom, and Jack is starting to catch on. A lot of tension there for Clone, though. They use it how they want. Able to catch the backdash? I think that's what it was.
And again, Jack, perfect understanding of what opportunities he needs to take. Backdashes against the cross-up. He's at set point now all of a sudden, Dostro.
This is a complete reversal. Clone made those first two games look like an absolute walk in the park, but now Jack is making that park dangerous.
Oh, Hand of Doom, though. Yo, this is Clone's first big momentum in a couple of games now. She gets the Blue Wild Assault, but no full confirm after it. And Jack, oh my god, this defense against the left-right mix-up.
Yeah, the overhead and the low fall, they're just both -2.
Flexion to alleviate pressure. We intercept Hand of Doom, but Jack doesn't complete the full combo. One bullet left is all he needed to keep Clone in check. She blocks the tap dust, techs the throw as well, showing her own amazing defense. Oh!
2D, we're back against the wall here with bolts in the chamber. This is one-touch game. Oh, and the pogo hop! I swear, he cleaned up the games. All 3 of them. Guilty Gear Strive number 152.
All right. DP, okay, Dany, he's establishing that very early, and I mentioned too that Symphuukai, a big part of their success against Dany was how often they were able to beat the reversals out. Marvelo needs to be equally as good if he wants a chance. Throws are coming through. Okay, welcome to the mix.
Yeah, those aren't safe to DPs anymore though.
Oh yeah, true, I know. It's not why Marvelo's doing it, he's just making sure that, hey Dany, I don't want you to block.
Yeah, there's a lot of safe options that Chipp can go for, but it's not so safe right now because we're on bleeding time here. Pickup too, making sure to air the tightrope because it's so hard to contest it from the ground.
Yeah, look at this Dany. He's so good at controlling the tightrope space that Marvelo would love to run down at. You get a quick little whiff punish there, but Dany, he's just right back in there with another far slash. I'm not done with you.
Using the Sacred Edge that maintains knockdown while also applying shock state. Oh, that was cheeky. Dany trying to escape there, still getting clipped. It's safe, yup. On the way down. You have to be very tricky with how you burst in order to head it out there. Dany takes the first round in first game in 2 quick rounds, excuse me.
Hey, it's all good. We've been here for a hot minute. It's Monday night. So, we all just vibing. I mean, y'all hear the sound of my voice. I'm still hanging in there with y'all. Hope you're enjoying yourselves tonight. It's been wonderful hanging out with the homies at TNS, bringing Dostro and I back together. Marvelo, though, he's going to have to find something if he wants to hang out with us just a little bit longer.
Oh, 6H punish. Unfortunately, did not have the range for it. Maybe had to commit to the low ratio in order to get the commitment.
Okay, Dany finds the burst. What a run up 6 speed. That was godlike Marvelo.
That's some ninja power right there, running up with it. Being extra patient there. Gotta watch out. We have 50% tension on Dany's side. Catches the backdash. This is gonna kill here.
Is what we would have said. The commentator's curse, and Dany gets a full pickup into the side swap. Marvelo, don't let it end like this. You had it all. You had it all.
I'm sorry, Marvelo. That's my fault.
Oh my gosh, he actually invests in the burst. The stun to burst. No. Oh my god.
That's on me, Marvelo. I forgot how much power we have as commentators.
All right, well, Marvelo, professional competitor at this point, has to hold on. That was so slick from Dany, that's showing knowledge right there.
Using that 5H just to keep him at bay, 6K for the plus frames. And now we have the Dany game plan, the Kai game plan, but the Dire Clot whiffs. Spectacular faultless defense there from Marvelo.
All right, he gets the full coast-to-coast conversions here. Gets a nice little setup. He's looking again for that DP. And yep, there it is. Another classic Dany Maza move. Delayed PRC after stun dipper. Chases the jump as well. Not able to find the kill until the throw connects. Marvelo, please. I believe in you, man. He's still playing so well. Y'all are saying, like, yo, the drop he had, that would have broken his mental. You know, oh, that's a mental breaker. That breaks y'all. That don't break Marvelo. Dany's also just that good.
And Marvelo is a pedigreed tournament player for has to be well over 10 years now. I know Marvelo from the Marvel vs. Capcom days. I remember watching him back then. So they're no stranger to the pressure of the tournament scene. Oh,
nice big pickup. Okay, another big one. Marvelo getting a couple of scrapes of hits here. Nothing much more than that, but still. Okay.
It don't matter that the tightrope's gone, we still have our setup.
Yeah, we time our burst pretty well. Calling out the guaranteed burst moments. Oh my lord, Dany, he's just pressing far slash. I get frame trap when I do that. Dany gets a full hit. Wall break, almost anything off of it. He's so good at pressing buttons.
I mean, that's why he's down there and we're up here, you know?
True.
Doing the cleanup. That's potential set point here. Dany's working quickly. $5K, just checking them the classic Chipp game plan.
2 heavy slash, the fireball comes through, a second one. Dire clad, not used, that was Food Arc, excuse me. Oh, okay, Marvelo gets a whiff punish here. He's trying to find the DP, he's committing to the bit of baiting it so much, and I'm actually surprised that Dany didn't have a 6B ready there.
Oh, and the stutter step. Catching Marvelo pressing a button. Instant burst out, we do not want to die. We're on our last legs from the JH on the way back. Able to clean it up, such a big button. Something that people don't talk about enough.
The question is not why throw swords, but who throws swords. We're gonna keep track of SQ in the green, RedDitto in that sweet, sweet denim blue. Fighting it out in our winners final. We'll get Proxy to update that in just a moment, y'all. That's our stream pilot today.
And while we, our players will understand the severity of the mix-ups and the risk-reward, we're gonna see that it's not going to matter because it's just so powerful. You can make your guesses all you want, but a 50-50 is still a 50-50, and those are not odds that I'm betting on.
Not in this one. SQ, she will take first round on RedDitto. He's gonna get started off though. Taking SQ into the corner.
That's a knockdown, but oh, it's in stereo.
All right, look at this routing too. Very slick from SQ. One sword Mortal Botto. It's a hard knock.
AD just for the safe jump. Air guard crush all the way onto the ground. This is RedDitto. We're establishing a knockdown. SQ takes the burst though. Confident that this is what matters, and this is going to be a victory if she makes it. Oh, and you're dead for that one. Cleans it up. SQ gets a little burst for their troubles, but still not enough to use any resources at the moment.
All right, let's go ahead. Tap dust right here. RedDitto off to a good start in this round 3.
And plenty of damage to be dealt. Ram's not a very healthy character. She takes damage, and it's hard to get up from it. Now, RedDitto was seeing it here, and we saw it even in their winter semifinals match. They're more willing to use the little flip that Ram has. It's so hard to deal with.
Oh my gosh, and the 5P catching SQ's attempt to jump out, so RedDitto will secure game 1 for himself.
Yeah, SQ recognizing that SQ and RedDitto both, they saw the 50% tension, they thought, maybe it's the time for backdash BRC. RedDitto gets the option select around it. Very well stated here. But it's 1-up. We'll have to see if SQ can fight back here. RedDitto took plenty of momentum in the driver's seat, but SQ with a quick first round we saw. We'll have to see what happens now.
RedDitto pressing SQ into the corner. And she's holding on pretty well, but you can only block for so long, and that risk gauge is getting a little too high. However,
we tried a little shimmy, but it didn't work out. We were just inside of that throw range. Now SQ has the driver's seat. We're trying to get a little tricky with it.
SQ forcing her turn back, investing all of her tension gauge. But RedDitto doesn't give a damn. Swides, able to get the next bit of offense going right here. PRC checks SQ's jump with his own normals. Beautiful
Trying to get a
defensive
bit
in.
of a fuzzy there with the JK. Unable to kill off of that confirmation, unfortunately. Tricky setup.
Double overheads. RedDitto has to burst. He wants to stay alive this round, and it pays off for him. He's able to take it, but at what cost?
Off to the races. RedDitto pressing jump heavy slash first, and now getting the knockdown with the air 214. big damage. One sword on the Saberbato. R/Slash beats out S Bayonetto here. We have so much meter to use. Only one sword there, but man, Ram just does not take damage well at all. And good recognition, using that 6H for a little extra optimization. Close enough, or the wall balance turns it into a kill with ease.
All right. We'll pick up here, RedDitto. On the offensive, SQ trying to press something. Probably a throw tech if I had to make a guess. She did stand up for the button.
It's so hard to deal with that guard crush. And we just keep building more and more meter. So willing to spend it and make the mix-up happen. Just out of range. Lumo not affected by the swords, but still the FD from SQ proving to work out quite well. And this turns into a great position for her.
All right, we send in the PRC empty low. We'll catch RedDitto. He will invest in the burst. Blue RC actually catches, but there's no pickup available. It's still Yaz's swords, and honestly, it's hard for me to tell whose sword is who in this corner. But RedDitto, he finds his, and he finds game 2 in his hands.
That's 2 games up versus SQ, but it's round for round, pound for pound here. It's back and forth as far as the rounds go, but SQ hasn't been able to close it out. We'll have to see how she's adapting to RedDitto's round 3. Or rallying. Perfection can't please me. Rocket in the background. JH actually traded with something.
All right, it's a little bit of awkward scrambles as neither side is really finding a hit that's leading into meaningful pressure. RedDitto finding the first couple of openings here. 6P will get him a knockdown. And now with this throw, he's in the driver's seat, steals the corner, RCs to force the side swap. He's looking for burst, SQ not giving it.
Being a little greedy with how they're structuring their offense. Just trying to get rid of those resources. SQ lets it rip, but not enough health to possibly take it. We'll have to see. SQ's in danger right now.
Spins and the slashes on him. RedDitto, he's now up at set point, yeah.
It's that sort of recency bias, like, oh my god, my opponent just baited burst, but I didn't bite. I'm thinking about burst now, so I'm going to burst right away. Maybe that's coming in.
Oh, too soon on the throw. SQ now, she has a chance to fight back. RedDitto trying to smother it, though, with a burst. She still gets back to mid-screen, the sword on cooldown for another moment.
Trying to come down with that JH is working out so well. Able to get the confirm here. Very tricky, that air pickup. This is dangerous. Possible set point for RedDitto. Or possible set completion.
Swords will check the approach. SQ getting a couple of hits here and there. RedDitto, he's going to invest in the burst. Baits the Mortabato as well because SQ had full tension gauge. RedDitto masterclass in patience, but SQ, she gets her opportunity, forcing the issue.
Use deflect guard. Gold burst comes out. This is a good position. Doesn't actually hit them with the S Bayonetto. There's the backdash, but it doesn't do anything. IBFD. We're just trying to escape, trying to use these anti-airs. Guard crush occurrence. 5D in the guard.
Oh, no punish on the throw tech, but RedDitto gets another big opportunity. But alas, it's SQ that finds crucial round-winning blow.
RedDitto now having not so much burst. SQ slowly building their own. That positive meter bonus from Gold Burst working out so well. Now about even, but SQ is going to build so much more.
Okay, the PRC sword toss. Overhead is blocked. Good defense from RedDitto. He gets another chance right here, and he'll do the same mix to SQ. She tries to go for what might have been a YRC or a blue RC backdash, but because of the side swap, inputs got crisscross applesauce, and now RedDitto, evens with the life totals, has SQ on the ropes. What a flash cancel!
Just mashing that P button, and that's gonna kill here. Calvados always been so good with the damage and
Next
able
level
to
talents,
seal.
Jack and Dany El Maza. El Padres, aquí.
Yeah, it's all about that niche interaction awareness. It's being able to really pick up the scraps and turn it into a meal that turns a lot of these very talented players into incredibly powerful opponents. And that's a burst out from Jack. That's tied on resources here, but Jack now with an RC on their arm.
Deep cross up there, gonna be able to catch Dany's backdash, giving Jack this hard knockdown through the wall. Little low on the concentration, but he should be able to regenerate plenty of it with the block string. Oh, but
There's
Dany
that fuzzy jump.
Oh.
Those air normals, man. That's what I'm talking about. Dany's able to seal up that first round.
Yeah, first round. Crazy that Jack's already 3-0 when we just started. That's my loving tease for your prediction. Doing great, sweetheart. Shout out to Icy Breeze for pointing it out in the Twitch chat. We'll get that updated right away.
Get some extra plus frames. Jack's doing a very good job staying patient. And there's the J2K. I saw Close Slash come out from Dany. Trying to contest for that pogo jump.
I'm gonna call you Sam and Chef. Oh, go ahead.
That caught the stun dipper.
Bro.
The cursed hip fire. That caught stun dipper. Man, this guy.
Right. He's too good. He's too good with it. And Sam, thanks for the correction to por mi español. Lo siento. Solamente estoy un gringo. Jack and Dany.
I don't know any Spanish.
I studied for like a few years and working in the restaurants. I try to make sure I keep up enough so I can, you know, ask my kitchen, necesito a tocino, por favor.
Great resource recovery for Jack. We have about 50% of our focus, but with that focus buff. Ooh, oh, we stood there. What are you waiting for? Stutter stab. That's a throw.
Here we go. Nice. Perfect. Instant block to keep the pushback reduced so Jack was able to punish. And now we're going to be milking that life bar for all that it's worth with the Deus Ex Machina. Dany in a hard knockdown situation. Jack doesn't have to engage. He can back off. Chooses to go in. Sees the backdash. Oh, you're okay.
Just two quick ones. And with the BRC slowdown too, you have extra time to confirm. And just a little wait is enough to do it. Catches the burst. It's not quite 3, but it's 1-0 right now.
You ever just see a moment where you kind of realize that a player embodies the character they play? And that was kind of that moment for me, watching Jack walk up there, chasing that backdash, pressing 5P twice, just smack, and then stopping to block. Like, come on, burst. Whoa. So trollsy, I vibe with it.
Yeah, Happy Chaos is definitely the kind of character that would be, like, really rude about it. Happy Chaos would run a prank TikTok channel.
Oh, absolutely, he would.
That's
He would also probably do like try not to laugh videos, but he'd laugh every time.
like the prank TikTok channel, but all of them are super mean-spirited.
Oh, of course. I nuked this skyscraper with my magic prank.
Well, there's the throw with the super that auto clean it up. Deus Ex Machina does such a good guts crush. It does like 18, 19 hits.
I mean, Jack, though, in firm control right now.
And leveling up with Crawl. I swear every time I see Dany play, they've got Crawl on. That was rude. That was rude.
Absolutely rude. I mean, one thing to note, I think, is that Dany, he's so good at using those superior Kai normals, but you're going up against Happy Chaos, who's got first-class normals in his own right. Dany's DP is baited. Oh, God, Jack.
So it's like, Happy Chaos also basically has sword normals that are, they're like just a little shorter than Kai's. Their 2S's might actually be the same kind of range.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah,
but Happy
I mean,
Chaos also has his gun.
Gun, right?
Like,
His sword is a gun.
Happy Chaos definitely has like if he didn't have his gun, he would be like a footsies kind of character. And Jack definitely is willing to play that footsies game without the gun. But like, it's just having that gun makes footsies just like so in your favor when you're just trying to whiff punish or outspace your opponent.
Here we go. Knocked down through the wall. Dany missing almost 50% life. Able to throw. He attempted a roll though. Trying to get his offense started here. And all the quick repositioning with the blue RC.
Yeah. Yeah, he was waiting for that. Jack just standing at full screen, telling you, I know you're going to do Stun Dipper RC. I know you're going to do Stun Dipper RC. Just show it.
Oh my lord. And I mean, guys, I've seen Dany play so many sets with such dominant fashion. I have never, I think, seen him boxed out quite like this. But hold up now. He is able to force out Jack's burst. Now, if he can just find a little bit of momentum here, maybe he has a chance at this, but time will tell. Red Wildsoul, what a one-hit confirm.
It turns that into positive meter bonus instantly with the same range. Double
Tap. Tricky tap dust. Heavy vapor thrust. He has the kill here, actually. Okay, Dany, some fight left in him.
A very confident round there with the perfect. Dash cancel, making it safe with the gunshot. Once you're in block stun, the reticle is automatically locked onto you. That's just how it works.
Okay, we're able to avoid the curse and the reticle for right now. But eventually, Jack finds the right moment. He waited. He had that steady aim, you know what I mean? Not even this move. Call
the
of Duty
reticle
perk.
just following you around, and you're trying to escape it. Jack is just so willing to not press and wait until he recognizes that he's locked on. It's not even the RNG shot. It's just trying to outrun his aim.
Well, the blue RC able to sneak on in before Dany has a chance to react. Jack maximizing the combo. He's going to use the Deus Ex Machina.
This is
living by a
pixel.
pixel.
Not guessing.
Oh, I guessed. And now I'm 0-1, and Dany is out.
This is Jack. Losers finals here. The rematch.
One of these two is going home. Jack, how do you do it? 3-0 again as soon as we start. Ah, he caught it that time. Yo, you know what? That was some foresight before, actually, thinking about it. Like, Jack's like, yo, no, wait, that score's right. Why y'all making fun of him?
SQ's gonna have to say something else if they give her a chance. Right now, that's 50% of her health gone. But Jack, no more burst.
Tap dust forces the burst out from SQ, so no sides have any burst left in them. But Jack, I mean, he's on a warpath. He says, I've come back for you.
This is gonna be close, but not quite enough. We have 50%. We have 100%. We're just totally backing off. Is that far enough? It is! Both swords! We rarely ever get to see that matter, but it's so strange to see how far it goes sometimes. It's shocking. It's shocking.
Yes, indeed. But also just like the brilliance of SQ to realize, hold on, this is my only chance of getting out of this play. It's to approach with it, get in range, and then send with the iframes because he's pulling that trigger, and he can't block when the gun is out.
Keeping those plus frames. Oh, the tricky throw at the ready. That quick draw. That is +1.
Right, taking the turn on offense now. SQ only getting some stray hits here and there. The blue RC from Jack slows SQ down mid-air, giving him the opportunity to get the full confirm into game number 1. Okay. 1/3 of the way there.
Jack is looking more and more powerful. I swear it's that Zenkai boost, dude. He's sent down to the lower bracket. Now he's powered up.
So far, Jack's greatest challenge in this loser's side has been Cloned, who took him to a Game 5 situation, but she wasn't able to close it out then. Perhaps SQ could potentially fare better. We just need to take some time to see. We get the frame trap forcing the burst from SQ. Halfway full on the bullets, little low on concentration, but Jack managing resources just fine.
Yeah, when you're low on that focus, when you're low on those bullets, that's when you tend to look for that throw a little bit more. It gives them a little extra time to recoup. Not to mention, still remaining plus an advantage here. Oh, goes for the cross-up. It didn't actually hit, but the second mix-up did. The quick two-piece to seal it up. Ooh, baby. 5K catches the 6S. Quick side swap. Reverse hit the 6S. There we go.
Magic works in mysterious ways. The blue RC will close the gap. Jack again running an entire solo script of offense. He's looking for the burst now from SQ. If she doesn't give it up, he's going to go ahead and take the hard knockdown with Deus Ex Machina.
Plenty of damage to steal it out. I mean, Ram, she's not a very healthy character. All of that damage, it comes from the swords, man. It comes from the swords. All these Valentines. This is perhaps her last legs. SQ down 0-2. Needs to figure something out, or else Jack is just going to completely run over her. That was 4 straight rounds as well. 4 straight rounds.
This is a good start for SQ. She's the one to force Jack to burst, but now that we're at this range, she has to find a way to navigate it. Curses applied. Her landing gets punished. Jack waiting at the perfect moment. What mastery. The character. Dara going. Nah. It's so over. I don't want to be that guy right now, but when the game is doing you like that, it's hard to keep your spirits high.
SQ's a tournament veteran. She's entering several tournaments a week. She knows how to recover from that. It's not even going to phase her. But it might not even matter because Jack is just so incredibly powerful. The backdash BRC doesn't come out fast enough. Jack currently on set point, trying to send SQ down to the Shadow Realm.
But now she finally gets a chance to play with offense, just like you said. Being a seasoned competitor, those unfortunate little interactions are not enough to break her mental. She's focused on what she needs to do to win at all times. The 2S will counter it, and finally, after taking 5 straight round losses in a row, she's going to go ahead and get one on the board, a perfect for herself.
All that matters is we got to survive this round, 1 round at a time. And if we make it to the end, we have more health than the opponent. That's all that matters. But Jack trying to prove that momentum false, trying to move it in their favor. The ball's in his hands. Ball's in his court.
He's got Ramlethal in his sights. Oh my god, the blue RC for the mental stack just to go for a simple throw. Vile, disgusting. Good tech from SQ. She's hanging in there. Jack with the aggressive burst. What a block on the fuzzy. Another throw. And oh!
Oh my gosh. I have not seen that OTG sequence before. That was crazy. That's 3-0 for SQ. And for those of you joining from the Neo Judai
in this set we have before a champion is crowned.
Instant backdash, trying to turn it right in his favor. Ram's buttons being significantly longer while she still has her sword, but Jack, with the Happy Chaos having a higher range, a higher effective range than Ram herself. His effective range being basically the entire screen here. Deus Ex Machina, that's close enough to the wall, that's right on through it. Resources recouped, offense has started here. YRC gives RedDitto the driver's seat. Oh gosh. That's a quick one. That's to seal it out the first round. And if I'm not mistaken from chat, this is the rematch from last week in Grand Finals.
All right. So here we are, playing the same old song and dance, but do we got any sort of new rhythms? RedDitto with the aggressive burst does not want to let Jack have any sort of momentum. After all, we've seen what Jack does with it. RedDitto caught by the cross-up. We're going to be able to build in the Deus Ex Machina, apply a hard knockdown.
That's a lot of damage. Oh my gosh. Running right in, not afraid of Vorta Bato. It still comes out. but this might even kill on their own. It's gonna be close. Oh, it will. That's a quick one. That's momentum here. Dany, this is this this his 10th straight game win in a row?
Let's see.
Clone was up 2-0 and then Jack reverse sweep. Then Dany full 3-0, then SQ full 3-0.
That was 10.
That's 10 games in a game wins in a row for Jack tonight.
This Jack guy is kind of good.
This guy's pretty good at Guilty Gear. I tell you what. Ooh, backdashes.
All right, big J2K forcing the burst out from RedDitto.
RedDitto wanted to get the burst back to the corner, but unfortunately the air dash moving all the way across, giving Jack all of that real estate to not only set the pace of neutral, get the hit, the knockdown, positive meter bonus. There's so much in Jack's favor right now.
YRC off of me, catch Jack at the ankles.
Ooh, good instant block on the JD on the way down.
A nice block on the YRC as well. Jack forced to invest his burst to stop the bleeding.
And we're low on focus though. Turns it into a reset situation. This is a single hit. RedDitto might not survive, but it's not going to matter. RedDitto's going to push Jack to the corner and seal out that first round.
Alrighty. Gonna get the launch right here. Push him back with the burst. RedDitto has a round on the board. He would love to be able to put an end to this win streak right now. A little bit of a curse situation there, but RedDitto able to reclaim control with the back throw. Trying to shake hands with Jack, but no dice.
Good awareness on the PRC. It allows RedDitto to maintain composure and maintain a strong position here. Through the wall, hard knockdown. Jack with a full burst and 50% tension, and only one bullet.
No. And the bullet whiffs, and the burst is baited. RedDitto ends the win streak. There will not be an 11th game in a row for Jack. RedDitto putting up the first fight Jack's seen in a minute.
Yeah, Ram, Happy Chaos are such powerful characters that they can really run away with a game if they have the momentum. Both of these players, some of the best to do it too, so it's gonna be oppressive. It's gonna be oppressive. And both of these players, some premier pilots of characters that are so incredibly strong, especially when they get going in this game. Ooh, backdashes into the explosion off of the heavy Bayonetta.
Here. Gonna get a hard knockdown life. Plenty of bullets in the gun now, as well as healthy concentration gauge, mean that Jack has a very simple time converting this fast RC throw into yet another hard knockdown.
But not quite enough to kill. RedDitto a burst and some tension. YRC comes out, and YRC one of the more effective options, especially against Happy Chaos. 6P coming out, especially against Happy Chaos, because with the gun drawn, he is always vulnerable to strikes. He cannot block as long as the reticle is on screen.
Quite true, yeah. There was one little interaction at the very end of that last round. RedDitto got that far slash hit, did not have a red wild soul to follow up. Recognized that, no, this is not a situation where I'm going to invest burst into trying to snowball around that I've mostly lost. That's why we saw the cancels instead into her other special moves. But let's see if RedDitto finds an opportunity to spend burst in a meaningful way. After all, you held it for this round. You held it for this moment, Ditto.
Ooh, just in the nick of time. Jack bursted very greedily. RedDitto's just bursting to try and stay alive. RC keeping them safe.
Ooh, nice overhead, but no confirm after the second hit. 5K will keep Jack in check. He's dashing, trying to find his opportunity. The roll keeps him on the same side. RedDitto caught by the same side low. We're in the vortex, we block the dust. RC again, the mental stack. Oh my god, the patience to just block.
And not to mention, Jack mixing up their offense to put away the gun and be wary of that YRC, but RedDitto knows that he's looking for it. And ends up taking that round and tie it up. The throw knockdown here. Jack on offense.
All right, here we go. Hard knockdown again. RedDitto has to block this correctly. Lets Jack take this round. Burst about to be online as well, so the mind games will begin. Backdash there, and this is big for RedDitto. Holding on that burst still. They don't want to have any of the momentum slip away from them and let Jack just kill them for free. Again, I love their reservedness when it comes to how they're using their burst in this matchup.
Gotta be careful. There's the RC to keep it safe, and the Deus Ex Machina guarantee the kill here. Such smart routing. Jack aware of all the resources. RedDitto just trying to stay alive, but Jack does not give them the option to spend burst. And now it's 2-1 here. First set of Grand Finals.
I mean, caught between a rock and a hard place, right? You try to burst when Jack is setting trap after trap for it, and you're just going to go down embarrassed, and he's going to be routing everything to make sure that you can't burst in the first place, so when you don't burst to escape it, well, that happens.
It was fairly safe routing because Jack spent all of his resources just to check whether burst was coming out, and ended up cleaning it up, utilizing that Deus Ex Machina.
All right.
Oh, the instant block allows them to punish. That far slash goes so far too.
Deus Ex Machina.
Right before the wall stick, allowing Jack to still maintain his resources. Offensive burst, keep them in the corner. Great awareness to get around the curse.
Big counter hit there, Jack with the RC to check for the reflexive burst. RedDitto will find the answer though. Gets punched in the face yet again. Jack will convert this, so now just like that, we're at reset point here.
Jack is moving with such incredible speed. It's hard to stop the train. Tried to get the RNG shot. Oh, gets it this time.
5K checks the approach before RedDitto can even press a button. Backdash, the bullet doesn't actually reach, so Ditto, big opportunity here to establish his set play. Catches Jack trying to wiggle.
Set play established. Here comes the positive meter bonus. RedDitto's gonna gather all of their resources. Jack being a little greedy with how they defend. Perhaps a missed instant block, ends up taking it with a 2S.
All right, and just like that, a little wind in the sails of RedDitto, going for a route to try and bait a burst from Jack, but Jack, patient with it, will let RedDitto drop the combo. But Ditto, the defense is coming alive right now. I say that, but then the ankles get caught.
Yeah, Jack had one last bullet to spend and was able to get the hit. And now with the full clip reloaded, Deus Ex Machina, burst incoming. There it goes.
All right, here we are.
Oh, it's so hard to defend that. There's the burst. We're
What a
able to build
bait.
50% tension too. That's so much damage. This is one interaction left. And we're not going to be able to get the YRC out with the guard crush too. RedDitto, so aware of defensive options.
Absolutely phenomenal routing and decision making right there from RedDitto, threading the high-low mix-up, and then going into that secondary layer, the throw, and like you mentioned, taking advantage of the guard crush property faction so that there was no yellow RC moment for Jack to use his only 50% tension on. Beautiful planning there as RedDitto takes us to a game 5. This is it, y'all. We're either going into a bracket reset or RedDitto is closing out this tournament over Jack.
Much respect from these players. Instant backdash on round start. A big counter hit elicits a burst from Jack, and RedDitto responds in kind, being very elusive and hard to catch.
Yeah, now we're getting the full combo as well into the corner. Morabado will break the wall. It's a hard knockdown. RedDitto coasting on this momentum.
Very strong start here for Ditto. And a kill here. This is potential tournament point here for RedDitto.
We have to see just exactly where this is going to go. The overhead is going to catch Jack from the toppest of top ropes.
Great 6H. Ever approaching the corner here, trying to get the timer stalled, but the poke out, Jack is able to get the offense and a counter hit 5K.
All right, going through the wall. Jack, oh, what a backdash from RedDitto, actually able to evade it. Jack potentially on his last life. Does he have yet another bit of clutch factor? His mash will stop RedDitto's offense. We get anti-air, the sword is right there, and the detonation is it. RedDitto is your TNS 152 champion here tonight for Guilty Gear Strive. My God, y'all.
The awareness there too, trying to be burst safe, because the